Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is story about what if Naruto refuses to train with Jiraiya part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for part 2. Do consider to subscribe my channel and share my video to your friends and check out the description as well. Let's start the video. A 6-year-old boy is wandering through the park, looking for anyone who is willing to play with him. For as long as the boy can remember, he has been shunned by everyone, sometimes to the point that parents and children alike would hit him if he got too close to them. The boy looks slightly dejected, seeing the usual reaction from everyone whenever he came within 10 meters from them. Suddenly, he hears someone sobbing somewhere. Turning his head searching for the source of the voice, he sees a pink-haired girl crying under a tree. Walking over, he tries to comfort the girl. "Hey, what's wrong? Who are you?" My name is. It doesn't really matter." "Why are you crying?" "The other girls were picking on me." "Why did they do that?" "Because I have a big forehead. I am ugly." "No, you're not. Your forehead is so big and wide, it makes me want to kiss it." "Eh? You don't think I'm ugly?" "No. You're really pretty." "What's your name?" "My name is Haruno Sakura." "You haven't told me your name yet." My name is Uzumaki Naruto." "Naruto-kun. Thank you. I feel much better now. Do you want to play together tomorrow? We can meet here at 3 in the afternoon. You want to play with me?" "Okay. I'll be here. It's really late. I have to go home now." "Bye Naruto-kun." "Bye Sakura-chan. I'll see you tomorrow." Putting his hands behind his head, Naruto smiles as he watches the back of Sakura as she walks away. He turns and leaves the park when he can no longer see the girl, excited to tell the old man that had been taking care of him about the new friend he met. Meanwhile, as Sakura reaches home, she is all excited about telling her mother of the new friend she met in the park. "Well, Sakura, you look happy today." "Uh-huh, I met a new friend today." "Oh? What's your friend's name?" "Uzumaki Naruto." "What?" "Sakura, that Naruto is a bad person. You shouldn't see him again." "A bad person? But he was so nice to me today." "Sakura, you don't want to be near that boy. I'm your mother, I would never do anything to hurt you." "Oh, okay, Mom. I promise I won't see him anymore. I'll just play with Ino-chan tomorrow then." "That's a good girl, Sakura. Come on, dinner is ready." The next afternoon, Naruto rushes to the park excitedly as soon as he finished lunch, hoping to find his new friend. The old man was too busy yesterday, so he didn't stop by at Naruto's place to check on him. But that still didn't dampen the boy's enthusiasm. The looks that everyone is giving him don't bother him as much as they would normally, as the only thing in his mind is the pink-haired girl he met yesterday. When he finally reaches the spot he met the girl a day ago, he takes a quick look at the clock near him, showing him that he is a few minutes early. He sits down under a tree and waits for Sakura to show up. Taking a glance at the clock every now and then, he starts becoming more and more nervous as the minutes pass by. Eventually, he hears a familiar voice about an hour after when Sakura was supposed to show up. He sees the pink-haired girl with a blonde girl talking and laughing as they approach him. Thinking that the girl is going to introduce him to a new friend, he runs up to greet her excitedly, completely forgetting how late the girl is. "Hi Sakura-chan." "Hey Sakura, do you know him?" "No, I don't Ino-chan. I have no idea who he is." "It's me, Naruto." "Don't you remember Sakura-chan?" "No. I don't know you at all." "But, hey. Cut it out. She already said she doesn't know you. Leave us alone." Tears start welling up in Naruto's eyes as he looks at Sakura one last time. Seeing the tears, Sakura quickly looks away, trying to be as steel-hearted as she can until the boy finally leaves them. Dropping his head, Naruto turns around and runs away, trying desperately to keep the tears from falling. He keeps on reminding himself to stay strong and not give the people the pleasure of seeing him break down. As soon as the boy is out of sight, Sakura sighs and looks at the ground uncomfortably. "What was that all about, Sakura? Remember the boy I told you before?" "He's the boy?" "Yeah. When were you supposed to meet him again?" 3. "He waited an hour for you here?" "I don't think so. I mean, he must have other friends too, right? He must have been playing with them while he was waiting for me." "Doesn't look like it. I think he's by himself. Look at how the people are all glaring at him as he walks past them." "That was really mean, Sakura. Even if your mom said that he's a bad person, he certainly doesn't look like one to me." "My mom won't lie to me. I don't think it would make a difference now." "Poor boy, I really feel sorry for him." "All right already. I know I was mean, but Mom said I should stay away from him." "I know, no need to get angry at me. I'm not yelling at you or anything." "I'm sorry, Ino. It's just that I feel kinda bad for what I did." "Oh well, what's done is done. Let's go and have some fun. I bet it'll make you forget all about it." "Right. Let's go." Naruto runs away from the park with a mist over his eyes. He doesn't care where he is going, as long as it's away from the park. When he finally calms down again, he finds himself in a completely unknown neighborhood. He looks around in fear as the people all look at him in confusion rather than hatred. They all seem to have a strange look in their eyes, and the boy soon realizes that their irises are completely white. Frantically looking around, he finds himself surrounded by these white-eyed people, and beyond them is a wooden fence surrounding this huge house to his left. Suddenly, he finds one familiar face in the crowd, someone whose eyes isn't white. "Gigi. Save me, Naruto-kun, what is he doing here?" the old man says, looking toward the source of the scream. So he's the famous Naruto? The person who was talking to the old man says. Yes, Hayashi-san. He is quite the prankster, but he's really a good boy. GG. Naruto runs up and wraps his tiny body around the old man's leg as his tears start flowing down his face. He hates it when he cries in front of strangers, especially such a large group of strangers, but with his experiences in the park and his fearful encounters just now, his image is the last thing on his mind. A young girl around his age walks up toward him. When Naruto finally realizes that someone is staring at him, he turns around and lets out a very girly screech, another thing he hates to do in front of people. GG. Who are these weird white-eyed people? The girl seems to be hurt by the question as she looks away and begins fidgeting her tiny fingers. The other people in the crowd doesn't seem to be as affected by the boy's statement, but on closer inspection, one can see quite a large number of them are clenching their fists, trying to calm themselves. Naruto, show some respect. They are the Hyugas, the strongest clan in all of Konoha. Strongest clan? They don't look like food. Clan Naruto, not clan. A clan is a ninja family. Oh, so they are all ninjas? That's right. Good, then all of you should back off, because you're all going to be working for me one day. I'm going to become the Hokage when I grow up. Hokage-sama? Hayashi asks. Ever since I met this boy, he's been saying that his dream is to be the next Hokage. I see. Oh heyo ganzamasu, the little girl whispers. Oh, hello? I'm sorry about what I said earlier. It's not that I think your eyes are weird or anything. You just surprised me, that's all. It's okay. Naruto-kun, Hayashi says. What do you want, Aji-san? Oh, Aji-san? Hayashi says, turning toward the Hokage. Naruto has a very interesting way of greeting people. I see. Well, Naruto-kun, do you want to become friends with my daughter Hinata? Yeah. I always want to make new friends. Arigato Naruto-kun, the little girl says. Stopping his eager nodding, Naruto turns toward the girl who had surprised him before. His face is etched in confusion for a few moments until realization dawns on him. Oh, so you must be Hinata-chan. Hi. My name is Uzumaki Naruto, future Hokage. Bar Naruto-kun. Naruto flashes a smile toward Hinata and she starts fidgeting her fingers again while looking away blushing. Seeing how the two are bonding, the adults slowly walk away and let the two young kids enjoy themselves. The two continue to talk and laugh with each other, and Hinata is enjoying the moment so thoroughly that she unknowingly ignores the tug at the hem of her long jacket until the person starts crying. Hanabi-chan. Oh, please don't cry. I'm sorry for ignoring you. Is that your little sister Hinata-chan? Yeah. Her name is Hanabi. She's just 1 year old. Come on, Hanabi-chan, don't cry. I'm sorry for keeping your sister from you. Eyes finally drying up, Hanabi takes one look at Naruto and clutches onto her sister's leg while glaring at Naruto with a pout. Chuckling nervously, Naruto scratches the back of his head, having no idea how to deal with this situation. I don't think Hanabi-chan likes me too much. She is always like this with strangers. Give her a little time and she'll warm up toward you. Are all girls like that? What do you mean, Naruto-kun? Do all girls need time to know the boy before she starts liking him? I guess. Why? Well, I met a girl at the park yesterday, and she promised me that she'll play with me today. But then she comes an hour late with another girl and starts pretending she doesn't know me. Maybe she's shy about letting her friend that she have a boyfriend. Boyfriend? Well, you are a boy and you are her friend, right? But boyfriend? Hinata looks toward the boy in confusion as Hanabi looks back and forth between Hinata and Naruto, trying to gain their attention again. After a few moments of thinking, Hinata finally understands what Naruto is talking about. No, I don't mean it like that. I just mean a friend who is a boy. Oh. You scared me for a moment there, Hinata-chan. Seeing how Naruto is patting his chest with one hand while wiping the imaginary sweat off his forehead with the other, Hanabi starts giggling at his antics. Hinata shows a gentle smile as she watches Naruto bends down and start playing with the younger Hyuga. Suddenly, an idea strikes her and she glances toward Naruto and waits for him to start paying attention to her again. Hinata-chan, is there something wrong? No. I was just wondering if Naruto-kun would want to go to the park with me tomorrow. Maybe we can even meet this girl you are talking about. The park again? Don't worry, I won't ignore you like the girl today. Are you sure? Of course. You're my friend Naruto-kun. It looks like you are Hanabi-chan's friend too. Yeah, she warmed up to me pretty fast. Okay, what time do you want to meet tomorrow? How about 2? Okay, 2 o'clock it is. While the kids are playing together, the Hokage and Hayashi watch on with a small smile on their face. Hearing about their plan for tomorrow, Hayashi gestures toward one of the guards and orders him to keep an eye on Hinata tomorrow but not to interfere with them unless absolutely necessary. The kid looks so much like him, even his personality. Yes. That is quite true. Naruto-kun also has a way of changing people around him for the better. I have to agree. I haven't seen Hinata this happy before, Hayashi says before looking around, though I still wonder how the kid managed to barge into the Hyuga compound like that. I will have to talk to him later about that. Anyway, my business here is done. I probably should get Naruto-kun home as well. It's getting late. We shouldn't intrude any longer. Oh no, it's no trouble. It's an honor to have you visit us today, Hokage-sama. Please tell Naruto that he is welcome to come whenever he wishes. Thank you, Hayashi. Come on Naruto, we're going. Okay. See you tomorrow Hinata-chan. Bye Hanabi-chan. The next afternoon, Naruto rushes to the park again, hoping that his luck will be better this time around. Remembering his conversion with Hinata yesterday, Naruto is hoping that he can see Sakura again today so he can introduce her to Hinata and perhaps she won't be as shy anymore. In fact, he is hoping that Sakura would introduce him to her friend and they can all play together. When he arrives, he sees Hinata standing there with a teenager standing next to her. Seeing the boy, the teenager nods toward Hinata before disappearing. Hi Hinata-chan, who's that? Chichiyui felt that he should send someone to watch over us in case we get into trouble. Oh. So what do you want to do Hinata-chan? Do you see your friend around? Maybe you can introduce me to them. I don't think I see them here. Suddenly, he hears two familiar voices coming toward them. The girls are so engrossed in their conversation that they don't realize two people running toward them. The two girls only realize their existence when Naruto calls out right before they collide. Ugh, why don't you watch where hey, you're the boy from yesterday. Ino says. Hello, Naruto says hesitantly. Naruto-kun, I would like to apologize for yesterday, Sakura says. It's okay. I understand that you were a bit shy. Shy? You don't want your friend to know that you have a friend who is a boy. Hinata-chan told me yesterday that girls are like that. Then you must be Hinata, right? Ino says. Yes, Hinata says, hiding partially behind Naruto. See Ino, I told you he had other friends with him yesterday. Actually, I met Hinata-chan after I left the park yesterday. Oh, Sakura says meekly. The four look at each other awkwardly. While she has warmed up toward Naruto yesterday, Hinata is still very shy around strangers. Ino told her parents about what happened at the park yesterday. After fumbling with the name for a while, her parents finally figured out who she was talking about and confirmed her suspicion that Naruto is actually a very kind, if stupid and brash, boy, and that her father had seen the boy with the Hokage on occasion and asked her to become Naruto's friend, though she doesn't really know how to approach him. Sakura had since found out from her mother that she was angry with something else that day and that she was surprised that a boy had approached her precious daughter and allowed Sakura to befriend the boy again. What Sakura doesn't know is that Ino's parents had a lot to do with her mother's change of heart. Naruto is trying to figure out if the two girls would be willing to be friends and play with him. So, Sakura, aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? Oh, Ino-chan, this is Naruto-kun. Nice to meet you, Naruto-kun. Nice to meet you too, Ino-chan. Why do you look so happy all of a sudden? Ino asks. Because now I have 3 friends. 3? Sakura says. Yeah, Sakura-chan. You, Hinata-chan, and Ino-chan. What about your other friends? I don't have other friends. But that's okay, because I have the 3 of you. Oh yeah, Hanabi-chan is my friend too, so I have 4 friends. Who's Hanabi? Ino asks. She's my younger sister. I see. Sakura-chan, Ino-chan, do you want to play with us today? Naruto asks. Okay, but what are we playing? Sakura asks. I don't know yet. What do you think, Hinata-chan? I don't know either. Hey, I have an idea. Let's play family. Family? What is that? Naruto asks. We pretend to be a family. So you would be the father, and I'll be the mother, and… Wait a minute, Ino, why do you get to be the mother? Sakura says. Well, I came up with the idea after all. I would like to be the mother as well. Now that's dumb. We can't have 3 mothers and no children. Or the 2 of you just want to be Naruto-kun's wife? Sakura starts yelling and chasing Ino around in anger and embarrassment, while the blonde girl is laughing at her pink-haired friend. Hinata's face is so red that Naruto almost comments how much she looks like a tomato, but said boy is too distracted by the antics of Sakura and Ino to notice the blushing girl standing beside him. When Sakura and Ino finally settled down, Hinata noticed someone walking toward them. Tenten-senpai, ohayou Hinata-chan. What are you doing here? I'm here with my friends. This is Naruto-kun, Sakura-chan, and Ino-chan. Ohayou Minasan. My name is Tenten. Tenten-senpai, did you just get out of the academy? Hinata asks. Yeah. The classes are hell. The things I do to become the best kunoichi. You are attending the academy, Tenten? Ino asks. The classes are really boring though. I can't wait till I graduate and become a ninja. So, what are you guys doing? Well, Ino suggested that we can play family, but we can't figure out who is going to be the mother, Sakura says. Let me guess, all 3 of you want to be the mother? That's right, Ino says. I can't blame you, with this cutie being the father and all. Tenten-senpai. Hinata screams, blushing bright red. I have a way to solve the problem if you let me join. Okay. The more the happier, Naruto says, trying to end the arguing between the girls. Why can't we all just take turn being the mother? The girls all agree with Tenten's suggestion and start their game, though Ino is a bit upset that she couldn't come up with a solution as simple as that. By the time the girls have to go home, Naruto is utterly exhausted. When he agreed to play the game, he was under the impression that the mother would be doing the housework like all the stories he heard. What ended up happening was that Tenten, Sakura, and most of all Ino kept ordering him around telling him to do all the work. Only Hinata acted like one of the housewives that he heard about. Although things didn't exactly go the way he thought it would, he's still happy that he met 2 more new friends and regained another today. As Naruto is about to leave after saying goodbyes to the girls, the Hyuga guard walks up to Naruto and Hinata and states that Hayashi had invited the boy to attend dinner with them. When the two children reach the Hyuga compound, they find the dinner is a private manor, as Hayashi, Hinata, and Naruto are the only ones present. Hayashi explained that Hanabi would be there as well, but she would move around in excitement as soon as she sees Naruto. So Hayashi decides that it's best if he let the other clan member take care of Hanabi today. So, what did you two do today? Hayashi asks, looking up from his meal. Hinata-chan and I played family today with Sakura-chan, Ino-chan, and Tenten-chan. Played family? Hayashi says. Yeah, Hinata-chan, Sakura-chan, Ino-chan, and Tenten-chan took turns being the mother, and I was the father. I see. So, do you like your wives? Ino-chan was too bossy, Sakura-chan and Tenten-chan too. I like Hinata-chan best. So when you grow up, would you like to marry Hinata? Chichi-yui. Hinata screams, blushing. I would love to marry Hinata-chan, Naruto says, ignoring Hinata's reaction. Hearing what Naruto said, Hinata busies herself with the bowl of rice in front of her. She feels so embarrassed that she is suffering from one of the bad cases of blushing again. Though secretly in her heart, she is overjoyed with what Naruto said, even if Naruto had no idea what he was talking about. While Hayashi is interrogating Naruto, Ino is giving her account of what happened today, and faces a similar question from her parents. So, what does my little princess think of Naruto-kun? Inoichi asks. He is really funny and nice. He did everything I asked him to do when we were playing family. How would you like Naruto-kun to become your real husband when you grow up? I don't know. I still think Sasuke-kun is cooler, but he doesn't treat me anywhere near as nice as Naruto-kun. I can't decide yet, but I think Hinata-chan likes Naruto-kun a lot more than I do. I'm done now. Dinner is delicious like always, Mom. I'm going to my room. Yamanaka Inoichi watches his daughter's back as she heads upstairs. As soon as their daughter is out of the earshot, his wife hits him on the back of head. What are you trying to do? Force our daughter to marry Naruto? While I don't have anything against the boy, I'd rather let Ino pick someone she actually likes, not someone forced upon her by her own father. I just wish that she would get her mind off of. I don't like that Uchiha any more than you do, but that doesn't mean you should force someone on her. Alright. I won't mention it in front of her again, Inoichi says, putting up his hands to placate his wife. Good. As soon as Sakura gets home, her mother begins bombarding her with questions. Being her tired self, the last thing on her mind is showing respect to her mother. She walks right past her mother and props herself onto the sofa. Young lady, are you even listening to me? Mom, I'm really tired, Sakura whines. I take it you had fun today. Yeah, Naruto-kun was there with Hinata-chan. Hinata? As in Hyuga Hinata? Yeah. I think so. I mean, only the Hyugas have those white eyes, right? So what happened? We wanted to play family, but we couldn't decide who will be the mother. But then Hinata-chan's friend Tenten-chan showed up and suggested that we should take turn. I think Naruto-kun is the most tired one though. Tenten-chan and Ino-chan were really ordering him around. I'm glad that you had fun today. Why don't you go upstairs and change? Dinner will be ready soon. Okay, Mom. As Mrs. Haruna watches her daughter head upstairs, she can't help but to feel glad that the Yamanakas convinced her that Naruto isn't who she made him out to be. Hearing that the boy have befriended the Hyugas only serves to confirm what Ino's parents said. Knowing how her daughter is often subjected to mean comments from others around her age, she is glad that her daughter has gained a few precious friends. Tenten walks home happily. Not only did the distractions make her forget all about the tough day at the academy, she met 3 new friends along with it. Besides, spending time with others beats staying home all alone anytime. Ever since her parents died on a mission, she has been staying at the orphanage. Only recently when she entered the academy did they give her enough money to get herself a small apartment. While it is nice to be out of the orphanage, it is quite boring to be by herself all the time. She tosses her book bag at the hanger without even taking a look, and it ends up hanging there perfectly. Humming as she picks out an outfit, she proceeds to her favorite activity of the day, taking a bath. Ah, this is nice. I hope Naruto-kun didn't mind me making him do all those stuff, but I can't help it. He looks so cute with that little pout every time I ask him to do something. Letting her train of thought run wild, she soon loses track of time. She doesn't come out of her stupor until her stomach starts complaining of its emptiness. Quickly drying herself, she puts on her clothes and prepares a quick dinner. As she prepares for bed, the day's other activity starts coming back to her. I completely forgot to do homework. Sensei is going to kill me. Scrambling out of bed, Tenten almost tears apart her book bag trying to get everything out. Muttering curses under her breath, she scribbles down all the answers to the homework questions as quick as she can just so she would have something to hand in the next day. If she actually paid attention to what she was writing, maybe she would be able to avoid the strange looks the teachers gave her 2 days later. A year has passed since Naruto and the girls became friends. Through the year, their relationship has been steadily progressing, but it seems that there is a limit to how much it can grow, and it seems that they have reached the limit. Hinata, Ino, and Sakura will be enrolling to the academy this year, 2 years before boys of their age due to the amount of extra knowledge that Kunoichi has to learn before they can become ninjas. Sandaime had seen how depressed Naruto became after he heard about the news, Naruto thinks that they will start drifting apart because they won't be able to see each other as often if Tenten's first year was any indication. After taking everything into consideration, Sandaime decided to enroll Naruto into the academy as well, just so he can be with people around his age more often, not to mention allowing him to spend some time with the girls during the breaks, even if Naruto would have a difficult time handling the classes. He tried to explain the pros and cons of the situation to Naruto, but the boy ignored all the other points as soon as he heard that he can be with his friends. As soon as the Hokage lets the boy out of his office, Naruto immediately heads for the park, where he knows that the girls are waiting. Naruto! Where were you? It's not polite to make a lady wait, Ino says with a huff. Lady? What lady? I don't see any lady. Nah, are you too, Ino-chan. I was just joking. Putting his hands up to protect himself, Naruto starts backtracking until he bumps into someone. Turning around, he sees Sakura glaring at him with a dark look in her eyes. Chuckling nervously, he starts backing away from the two angry girls until he bumps into someone again. This time, it's Tenten who has a few training kunais in her hands. Finding himself surrounded by three very upset and very dangerous girls, he appeals to the last person for help only to be ignored with a pout and a turn of the face. A few minutes and a very bloody beating later, Naruto finds himself in the care of the four girls who feel bad about how much damage they actually dealt to the boy. Naruto-kun, are you alright? Hinata asks. Yeah. I feel much better as long as you all take care of me. I wish it wasn't so painful getting to this step though. You deserved it. Tenten says. Oh yeah. I almost forgot. Tenten-chan. Can you teach me how to do a Henji no Jutsu? Why would you need to learn that now? You'll learn it in your first year. Please, Naruto begs. Oh fine. I'll get the textbooks tomorrow. Thank you, Tenten-chan. You're the best. Tenten's face flushes from the hug that Naruto gave her. The other girls look on with a small hint of jealousy, but Ino and Sakura quickly shakes it off and begins to daydream about a certain member of the Uchiha clan doing the same to them. Naruto! Alright already. Let me go. Oops, sorry Tenten-chan. So, what are we going to do today? Sakura asks. Actually, I found this really pretty place that I want to show all of you. Really, Ino-chan? Well, lead the way. Naruto says. Ino ends up taking them to a flower field near the walls of the village. The group is mesmerized by the scenery, and decided to make it their meeting spot from then on. When it's time for them to leave, Naruto reminds Tenten about the lesson again, which Tenten responds by throwing one of the wooden practice shuriken at Naruto's forehead for being so troublesome, but says she will come and get the shuriken back from Naruto the next day, sealing the promise. The next day, Naruto arrived at the flower field half an hour early, excited to get the lesson started and for his plan to begin. The girls still didn't know that he would be joining them in their first year, and he wanted to keep it as a surprise. Hinata arrived about 15 minutes later with her guardian, and Sakura and Ino arrived minutes later. Tenten arrives a few minutes later than usual since she had to get the books from her home before coming to the field. As Tenten starts explaining the basics to Naruto, the other girls starts creeping in from their games so they can learn some of the basic shinobi knowledge and get a head start against the other people in their class. This becomes their routine for the next week until the first day of academy begins for Hinata, Ino, and Sakura. That morning, the three girls gather at the front yard of the academy, waiting for their teachers to show up and take them to class with all the other people entering this year after saying their goodbyes to Tenten, who had to rush inside before she's late for class. In their nervousness, they failed to notice a blonde dressed in orange from head to toe sneaking around the crowd to get near them so they would be put into the same class. It's not until the girls are seated inside the classroom that they finally see a blonde girl with two ponytails and an orange blouse, and a high orange skirt with black pants underneath sitting at the same four-people desk with them. Before they can say about it, the teacher has begun her lesson, so the girls wait until the end of the class to confront the girl. Naruto! What do you think you're doing? What do you mean, Sakura-chan? My name is Sarutobi Neru. I'm a distant relative of the Hokage. Naruto, drop the act. We know it's you. That's why you wanted to learn Henji no Jutsu, isn't it? Ino says. Hi girls, how was your first day so far? Hey, who's your new friend? Tenten asks. Tenten-senpai. This is Naruto, Hinata says. What? You're Na. Sure. You'll get us all in trouble, Ino says, putting her hand over Tenten's mouth. Naruto, if we get into trouble because of you, I'll beat you up so bad. I know. That's why you girls have to keep this a secret. Gigi told me the same thing this morning and he's willing to cover for me. Fine, but don't say we didn't warn you, Nara-chan, Sakura says. What are you girls doing after school today? Tenten asks. I'm going to Ino-chan's place to study. Hey, why don't we all go to Hinata-chan's place to study? Nara says. Her house is huge. I'm not sure if her father would allow us to, Tenten says. I'm sure Aji-san won't mind. Aji-san? Three of girls asks at the same time, looking toward each other. Nara-chan always calls Shishiyui that, Hinata explains. Are you absolutely crazy? Sakura says, hitting Naruto on the head. How can you address the leader of one of the strongest clan in Konoha in that term? Why not? He doesn't mind. Anyway, do you girls want to go or not? Are you sure that Hyuga-san won't? Ino asks. I'm sure Shishiyui won't mind either. Well, if you're sure, I guess. It's better to study together in a group anyway. I have to tell my parents first though, Ino says. Me too, Sakura says. Well, we should go with you girls. The guards at Hinata-chan's place are really mean, but they won't bother you if they see that Hinata-chan's with you. They are not mean, Naruto-chan. They have to be careful as to who they let in. They're doing their job. Tenten-senpai is right, Hinata says, defending the other members of her family. Whatever. I still think they are mean. Anyway, meet at the yard after school? Okay. I have to go back to class. Kurenai-sensei is really strict about people being on time, Tenten says, sighing. I wish I still have Susumu-sensei as my teacher, but she only teaches first-year kunoichis. Tenten, are they your friends? Kurenai-sensei. Sorry I'm late. I'm going to class now. Don't worry. You still have time. I'm just curious about your friends. See you curious? Tenten says as the entire group stiffens in fear. The group looks nervously toward the Chunin instructor. Kurenai has her attention fixed on the transformed Naruto. While they don't know if Kurenai has seen through the disguise, the look and the smirk she has on her face are plenty unnerving enough for the young minds. You certainly have an interesting group of friends, Tenten. Especially you, little girl, Kurenai says, staring at the transformed Naruto. The group is frozen in place as Kurenai walks toward the classroom, her soft laughter filling the now empty hall. The girls start casting nervous glances toward Naruto, who has a look of pure dread. I think she knows, Naruto says. Does that mean that Suzumu-sensei? Ino asks. What's going on? Why aren't you girls in class yet? Suzumu-sensei. We're sorry. We're going now, Sakura says. After the girls scramble into the classrooms, Suzumu stands there with an amused look as someone walks up to her from the back. Kurenai, looks like this is going to be an interesting year with this group of students. Absolutely. Through the day, the teachers continue with their lessons as though nothing happened, but the fear had long been branded into the girls' heart. They made sure that they do not make the teachers angry in fear of what they might know. By the time the classes are over, they quickly gather at the yard and leave the academy to avoid another run-in with the Chunins. The girls try to make Naruto dispel the transformation technique as soon as they leave the academy after the school day is over, but Naruto notices how the people are just going about their business when he's in this form instead of sending him hateful glares like they would every time he walks by, so he continues to ignore them until they finally reach the Yamanaka flower shop. Tadaima, Okura Nasai, Ino-chan. Ojama Shimasu, Sakura says as the girls enter the shop after Ino. Ah, Sakura-chan, you're here too. Who are your friends? This is Hinata-chan, Tenten-chan, and Ino says. Naruto-kun, is that you? Why are you dressed up like that, eh? And Noichiaji-san, you are Ino-chan's father? Yes, you mean my little princess didn't tell you? Anyway, what are you doing dressed like that? I wanted to go to the academy with everyone but I'm too young so I used a Henj no Jutsu to get in as a girl. How did you see through it? Any halfway decent ninja should be able to see through that. Besides, I don't think there is anyone else in the village who dress as brightly as you. Wait a minute. Any ninja can see through it? Do you mean that too, San? Well, of course. That means that Kurenai-sensei and Suzumu-sensei, Tenen says, casting nervous glance toward the other girls. Did you say Kurenai? She would definitely be able to see through it. She isn't known as the Genjutsu mistress of Konoha for nothing. We're in trouble, aren't we? Sakura says, shoulders slumping. Well, if she saw you and didn't say anything, I think you're in the clear. If she wants to say anything, she would have said it then. Anyway, aren't you going to cancel it or do you plan to have it on from now on? I think my wife would want to see the little Naruto-kun that my little princess talks about all the time. We've been trying to get him to dispel the transformation but he keeps saying something about people looking at him funny, Ino says, crossing her arms with a huff. The look on Inoichi's face tells them that unlike the girls, he knows exactly what Naruto was talking about. The other girls want to ask him what he knows but Ino stops them before they can say anything. She knows her father a lot better than the girls do, and it's not a very bright idea to talk to her father when he's in this mood. Gesturing for the others to follow her, Ino leads the group to the back where the living space is located. After finally calming down, Yamanaka and Noichi go to lock the front door of the shop before joining everyone in the back for lunch. It's pretty easy to get the permission from the parents. After all, it's not every day that your children are invited to go to the compound of one of the most prestigious clan in the entire village. With him putting it back on as they left the Yamanaka flower shop and only taking it off briefly when they were at Sakura's house, the girls finally managed to convince Naruto to cancel the henge when they approach the compound when Hinata says that the new look might scare Hanabi. Tadaima, Okura Nasai Hinata-sama. I see you have invited some friends. Shall I prepare a meeting room? No, it's okay. We will just study together in my room. Oh, I almost forgot. Hayashi-sama says that you should go to the clan meeting room with all your guests when you return, the guard says. Chichiyui wants to see me? Very well, thank you. I will prepare some snacks for your friends, Hinata-sama. Thank you. The group gathers outside the meeting room as Hinata knocks on the door gently. She opens the door when Hayashi's voice beckons her to do so. A collective gasp escapes their lips as they see the people inside the room. Suzumu-sensei, Kurenai-sensei, Hokage-sama. Hinata whispers. I see that you all have finally made it. We've been waiting for you for over an hour, Hayashi says, clearly displeased by the lateness of his daughter. The girls quickly form a wall around Naruto to keep him out of Suzumu and Kurenai's line of sight. They slowly back toward the door to allow Naruto to escape until they bump into someone standing behind them. Looking up, they see a man in a Chunin uniform with an unlit cigarette in his mouth standing at the door. Asamaji-san, Naruto says. Now where do you think you're going, Naruto? We've been waiting for you forever. Hee now why would you do that? It'll be a lot easier to find me at my house, but then it wouldn't be nearly as fun as this, now would it, Naruto-chan? Kurenai says, smiling. Kurenai-sensei, Suzume-sensei, I can explain. Oh, that's quite alright, Tenten. There is no need to explain. Sneaking a boy into a kunoichi class, you know the punishment, Suzume says. Naruto, I'm going to kill you. Tenten hisses. There will be no killing today. I have already explained everything to Kurenai and Suzume. Of course I was quite surprised myself when he came to me with the Henji no Jutsu. I never figured out where he learned it from until I realized that he is quite close to you girls and Tenten is in her second year. Of course, teaching someone a ninja technique when the person isn't a ninja is another punishable offense for any academy student and ninjas, Suzume says. Naruto, you are so dead. But Gigi didn't say anything about it. It should be alright then, right? Just because I didn't say anything doesn't mean it's not wrong. But this time we'll let it slide. Of course, to be able to use the Henji no Jutsu at your age is pretty amazing, Suzume says. I even made up a new technique with it. Naruto says, eager to show off. Oh really? Mind showing us? Kurenai asks. Naruto steps out from the wall of girls around him and goes through the sequence of hand seals with a broad smile on his face. A transformation, and a few seconds later, the Hokage and Asuma are seen unconscious in a pool of their own blood while Hayashi is looking away with a blush on his face. What in the world is that? The girl screams. That's my new technique, Oiruka no Jutsu. Knocks any man within sight out cold, and makes every woman within sight want to kill you, eh? Why are you girls looking at me like that? Naruto, I'm going to kill you! The girls growl. A severe beating and a couple of revived male ninja later, Naruto once again finds himself in the care of the girls, including Hanabi, who sneaked into the room when the girls had their attention set on Naruto. Two-san, I believe we should make that a B-rank forbidden technique. Don't you agree, Hayashi-san? Such indecent techniques shouldn't be used at all. I say we should just ban it altogether, Suzume says. I'm sure he would reconsider whether he should use it again after what happened. We should refocus on what we are here for, the Hokage says. Oh yeah? Why are you looking for me, Gigi? Well, it seems that Kurenai and Suzume are strongly against you entering the academy as a female, especially after that display, Suzume says. Right. Therefore, please don't kick me out. I really want to learn. No one has doubt that, Naruto, but in order for you to enter the academy at your age is if you have the backing of your clan, the Hokage says. But I don't belong to any clan. This is where Hayashi-san comes in. I'm sure if the Hyuga clan is willing to add their support, no one at the council would complain. I would have no problem with that as long as he enters as himself, and not pretend to be someone else. Thank you, Hayashi Aji-san. Oh, Aji-san? Show some respect, you little brat. Oh, that's alright, Asuma. I've gotten used to it. Gotten used to it? Asuma says. That's what he's been calling me since the first time we met. Actually, it would feel strange if he starts calling me differently now. It seems that Naruto has quite a pleasant effect on you, Hisahi-san, the Hokage says. Yes, but the people outside don't need to know that. My clan still has a reputation to maintain. I have to admit, I would never imagine someone from the Hyuga clan to be joking around. While the adults are conversing amongst themselves, the children are all interacting on their own. Whenever one of the girls tries to get closer to Naruto, Hanabi would grabs onto Naruto and glares at the girl, even her own sister. Mine! Now, Hanabi. You have to share, Tenten says. No! Mine! Naruto-kun, Ino says, appealing to the boy after conceding that she's not going to get through to Hanabi. Naruto and Ai-sama. Hanabi says, clutching onto Naruto even tighter. My, it looks like Naruto is quite popular amongst the ladies, Asuma jokes. Come on, Hanabi. Be a good girl and share, Kurenai says. Good girls share? That's right. Okay. Kurenai smiles at how the girls swamp Naruto as soon as Hanabi releases her grip on Naruto. Seeing they have completed what they want to do there, Kurenai, Suzume, Asuma and the Hokage decide to leave. Naruto tries to get away by saying he should go, but the girls drag him to Hinata's room, making up an excuse about studying. It has been 5 years since Naruto and the girls entered the academy. During these 5 years, Naruto met several new friends, Rock Lee, Nara Shikamaru, Akimichi Chuji, Inuzuka Kiba, just to name a few. However, his relationship with the girls had taken a turn for the worse. Tenten graduated from the academy a year ago and was assigned to a genin team with Lee and Hinata's cousin Niji under the guidance of Meito Gai. Between missions and training, she doesn't have anywhere near as much time as she had before to hang out with everyone. Even if Lee introduced Naruto to his overenergetic sensei, Naruto spent most of his free time practicing with Gai instead of enjoying the day with the girl. Sakura and Ino's infatuation with Uchiha Sasuke grew with age, and the friendship between them and with Naruto suffered. The two girls would rather spend more time trailing Sasuke around the village and fight against each other than to enjoy the company of the friends from their childhood. As Hinata and Hanabi got older, Hayashi's expectation of them also grew, and the two girls' relationship with Naruto started to become more of a distraction than a benefit to their training. If Hayashi has to choose between his daughter's friendship with Naruto and the well-being of his clan, there is no question what his choice should be, no matter how much he likes the boy. On the academic side, Naruto also suffered. Outside of Asuma and Kurenai and occasionally Suzume, Naruto didn't really have anyone to look to for advice until he met Yumino, Irika, and Guy. By then, Asuma and Kurenai had become jounins and didn't have time to spend on Naruto no matter how much they wanted to help him. The result is, instead of graduating in 3 years like every other male ninja, he was held back for 2 years. Today is the day of the graduation exam, and Naruto is the only who fails to pass once again. He sits dejected as he watches every one of his friends proudly showing their parents the new Hatayat. Suddenly, one of the proctors of the graduating exam appears next to Naruto. I tried convincing Irika, but I never knew that he would be so stubborn. It's okay, Mizuki-sensei. I don't really deserve to pass anyway. Now don't give up so easily. I know of another way of graduating. Really? How? All you have to do is steal the forbidden scroll of seals from the Hokage Tower and learn one of the techniques in it. That sounds easy enough. Thanks, Mizuki-sensei. I have a small cottage on the outskirts of the village. Here's the direction. You can practice there. Thanks, Mizuki-sensei. You're a real lifesaver. That night, the Hokage gathers all the Chunins and Jounins to the top of the Hokage Tower, ordering them to track down Naruto and retrieve the scroll. Mizuki initially searches in the area opposite of where he sent Naruto, but he turns around as soon as he feels no one is paying attention to him. Asuma and Kurenai have been suspicious of how Mizuki is constantly looking around himself instead of searching of Naruto, so as soon as Mizuki turns around and heads out of the village, they decide to follow him to see what he is doing. As soon they reach the cottage, Asuma and Kurenai hide from view as they watch the confrontation between Mizuki and Irika, who had found Naruto there before them. During the ensuing argument, they realize it was all just Mizuki's plot to steal the scroll and kill Naruto to become the village's hero. It is also during the argument that Mizuki said what the two Jounins fear the most. He told Naruto how he is the container for the nine-tailed demon that ravaged Konoha 12 years ago. Sandaime had forbidden anyone to talk about what happened to protect the secret from reaching the next generation so Naruto can befriend them after seeing the initial reaction of the older generation toward the newborn baby. In confusion, Naruto flees from the scene with the scroll, leading the senior ninjas on the chase again. When Asuma and Kurenai find them again, they see Irika lying wounded against a tree with over 100 Narutos beating up Mizuki. Seeing there is nothing for them to do there, they nod toward each other before returning to the Hokage and submit their report. Naruto is sitting in the Hokage's office handing in his ninja registration form. The Hokage has been looking at the form, more precisely at the picture in the form, for a good few minutes already. He really doesn't know how to react to what he's holding in his hand as Naruto continues to brag about his artistic talent. Take the picture again. What? Anyway, what happened to your Hatayat? I don't want to wear it until tomorrow. It might get damaged. Suddenly, the door creaks open and the Hokage shifts his focus toward whoever is barging into the meeting. A boy charges into the room challenging the Hokage, but he trips over himself in less than 2 steps. Following close behind him is a man dressed in black from head to toe with a pair of sunglasses. Oh. Is this some sort of trap? The boy says. Are you all right, honorable grandson? By the way, there are no traps in this room. It's you, isn't it? You're the one that tripped me. The boy says, scrambling up and pointing at Naruto. You trip over yourself. You idiot, let him go right now. He's the grandson of the Hokage. The man with the sunglasses says. Grandson? That's right. Hit me if you dare. What does that have to do with me? The Hokage can only sighs as he watches Naruto pummel his grandson on the head. In his mind he knows that this could mean nothing but trouble. In the blink of an eye, Naruto is already out of the room, and when the trainer starts looking for the Hokage's grandson, the Hokage notifies him that the youngster has followed Naruto outside. In the streets of Konoha, Naruto is becoming more and more annoyed with each step. Not only did the little brat disrupt his meeting with the Hokage, now he's trying to follow him around with his pathetic attempt in stealth tracking. Stop following me! Your Kakurmino no Jutsu is awful. So you can figure out where I am. You are exactly the person I'm looking for, Oyaban. What? But you have to teach me your Oiruka no Jutsu so I can beat the old man. Please, Oyaban. Oyaban? Well, since you put it that way. By the time the trainer is out searching for his student, Naruto and his new follower are already moving all around town on their research trip. After numerous unsuccessful attempts to gather as much information as they can, they finally decide to put their knowledge to use and practice in one of the many training grounds in the village. After the young boy finally grasps the basics of the technique, Naruto decides that they should take a break. So, why do you want to defeat Gigi so badly? He named me Konohamaru, after the village's name. I guess it's a nice name, but nobody ever addressed me by it. They only treat me as the Hokage's grandson, no one recognizes me as myself. That's why I have to get the title Hokage. That way, they will all see me as me, not a relative of someone else. Idiot, no one would recognize you. Not everyone can get the title Hokage, especially not a winny kid like you. If you really want to become the Hokage, then what? Then you're going to have to defeat me. Finally, I have found you. Turning around, Naruto and Konohamaru find the trainer standing on one of the branches behind them. As soon as he jumps down from the tree and tries to convince Konohamaru to leave with him, Konohamaru tries his newest technique on his unsuspecting trainer. Henge. Oiruk no Jutsu. That's odd. How come it's not affecting you? This technique is unacceptable. I am a gentleman, I will not fall for such low-class technique. Let's go, honorable grandson, if you stay with this kid any longer, you'll become an idiot like him. Only I can guide you to the shortcut on becoming the Hokage, the trainer says, pulling Konohamaru away by his scarf. No! I'm not going, Kaige Bunshin no Jutsu. Che, I'm not a weak ninja like Mizuki. You're not even close to my level. Bring it on, I'll show you what a real ninja is like. Henge, surprised by the unconventional technique, the trainer can only stand frozen in his spot as dozens of transformed Naruto surround him, using their charm to cause a massive nosebleed to the trainer. Watching with his crystal ball from afar, the Hokage can only shakes his head in disbelief as he contemplates the effect the new technique would most likely have on him if he was the one subjected to it. I call this move Harem no Jutsu. Darn it! I can't even beat the stupid trainer. I really want to be recognized by the village. Why, I already told you, it's not that easy. Only when you are recognized by everyone in the village as the strongest ninja will you gain the title Hokage. I have to go through a lot just to get one person's recognition. I suggest that you prepare yourself. There is no shortcut to be recognized by the people. Who do you think you are, lecturing me like that? From now on, I'm not your follower anymore. We are rivals. Well, I'm going to be one step ahead of you starting tomorrow. I'll become a ninja, but when the time comes, we'll fight for the title of Hokage. I'll be waiting for you, Konohamaru. The next morning, Naruto has a bored grin on his face as he sits at his normal seat in the academy classroom. He watches as the other students slowly fill up the room. Eventually, Shikamaru, Chuji, and Kiba enter and, spotting Naruto, walk over toward him. Naruto, what are you doing here? This meeting is for graduates only. I know you're lazy, Shikamaru, but I didn't know that you're blind too. You see this? I'm a ninja just like the rest of you. How did you manage to get your hands on that? Not telling, dog boy. On the opposite corner of the room, Hinata watches them with a small smile as the group continues to argue. Suddenly, everyone's attention is drawn toward the door as Sakura and Ino burst into the room with another one of their stupid spats. Seeing Sasuke at his seat next to the window, they run down the steps toward the table. Knowing better than to get in their way, Shikamaru, Chuji, and Kiba quickly gets out of the way, but Naruto is too dense to realize the danger. Thinking they are there to greet him, Naruto is about to wave toward them when they push him out of the way, fighting for the seat next to Sasuke. His anger flaring from the treatment, he jumps on top of Sasuke's desk and enters into a staring contest against Sasuke. Suddenly, the person sitting in front of Sasuke leans back, knocking Naruto right on top of Sasuke, their lips slamming together. There is a moment of silence, and the only sound heard is the gagging noise from Naruto and Sasuke. Suddenly, Naruto feels a chakra spike from his left, where all of Sasuke's fangirls in the class are gathered. The following beating is so severe that Shikamaru, Chuji, Kiba, and Hinata do not want to look toward him and see the carnage. When Irika enters the room and see the battered and bruised Naruto moping at his seat, he can only imagine what kind of prank Naruto pulled to get anyone so angry. Now that you are all here, I wish to congratulate all of you on passing. I will now assign you all to your genin squad. Everyone's focus is on Irika as soon as the words left his mouth. So much so that he curses under his breath about how this is the most focused they had been ever since he started teaching them. Even Naruto seems to have miraculously recovered and is paying 100% attention. As the list is being read off, all the boys' attention starts to slip as the anticipation and disappointment begins to build for the girls. Team 7, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura. Yeah, I'm doomed, Sakura mutters while thinking to herself, there is no chance Sasuke-kun will be on my team now. And Uchiha Sasuke. Why me, Naruto mutters. Yeah. Take that, Ino. Great, I'm stuck with those two fools. Team 8, Inuzuka Kiba, Hyuga Hinata, and Aburame Shino. So, Hinata-chan and Dog Boy are on the same team, Naruto says, looking toward where Hinata is sitting. I feel bad for Hinata-chan, Ino says. Team 10, Yamanaka Ino, Naresh Shikamaru. Huh. Not lazy boy. Serves you right, Ino pig, Sakura says, snickering. And Akimichi Chuji. No, not him too. There has gotta be some sort of mistake. Don't be so down, Ino-chan. Shikamaru and Chuji aren't that bad. Be quiet, Naruto, nobody asked you. Sorry, Ino-chan. Alright. You should all go and get some lunch, Irika says, putting down the list. The Jounin instructors will be here to pick you up in a couple of hours. Everyone in the room slowly files out and regroups into their assigned teams to get more familiar with each other. Naruto happens to find Sakura wandering around in the courtyard. Without a second thought, Naruto walks up to her. Hey Sakura-chan. Do you want to have lunch together? I mean, since we're in the same team and all, I thought that maybe we can hang out together again like we used to. Naruto, can't you see that I'm busy? Arg, what would Sasuke-kun think if he sees us together? But Sakura-chan. No, Naruto. Do you know how annoying you are when you keep bothering me like this? Sorry. Lowering his head, Naruto turns around and walks away from her to find a quiet place to eat by himself. However, he manages to find Sasuke eating in one of the halls inside the academy. Sneaking up behind him, Naruto jumps Sasuke from the back, knocking down the shades. Ino's team happens to be nearby and saw Naruto sneaks in, but with the shade in place blocking the interior, Ino can only wait for any sign of either one coming out victorious. A few moments later, Sasuke climbs out of the window and with a few pats to clean off the imaginary dust particles, heads away from the scene. Ino silently cheers for her idol and makes a promise to herself to get Naruto for even thinking about hurting Sasuke. What she doesn't see is the real Sasuke tied up inside the hall. Transforming into Sasuke, Naruto once again sets out to find Sakura, whom he sees eating by herself on a bench. Snapping out of her trance, Sakura notices Sasuke watching her while leaning against a tree. In her mind, she starts playing scenarios of how Sasuke would woo her and leaves a crying Ino behind. Sakura, your forehead is so big and wide, it makes me want to kiss it. Why did that line sound so familiar? Where did I hear it before? Oh, who cares? Che, that sounds like something the Baka would say. Yeah, you're right, Sasuke-kun, though I really wouldn't have minded. Taking a seat next to her, Sasuke starts talking to Sakura about what she thinks about the team. In the bush behind them, Ino is burning with anger as she sees her idol talking and hanging out with Sakura. She's about to jump in and stop them as they lean in for a kiss, but Sasuke suddenly ran away holding his stomach. He's getting cramps from nervousness? I never knew Sasuke is so shy, Ino hears Sakura says. Seeing how Sakura is staying at her spot waiting for Sasuke to return, Ino decides to stay hidden in case she needs to sabotage any further advances in Sasuke and Sakura's relationship. A few moments later, Sasuke comes back, asking if Sakura has seen Naruto. Ino wonders if Sasuke knows she's hiding there by his change in attitude when Sakura starts complaining about how Naruto is a constant bother in her life, and how he has no manner because he has no parents. Even if Ino knows that she is lying just to get on Sasuke's good side, Ino still winces from the harshness of her words. The next word shocks Ino even more. It sounds like something that should never Sasuke's mouth considering how close Sakura and him seemed to be just a moment ago. You're annoying. Stop bothering me. The look on Sakura's face almost makes Ino want to go out there to comfort Sakura and give Sasuke a piece of her mind. Just before she marches out, however, she remembers the rivalry that has developed between Sakura and her over Sasuke. Just because Sakura decides to get on Sasuke's bad side, that doesn't mean she has to join her. Ino stays in the bushes and watches as Sasuke starts his search for Naruto again. She wants to follow him, but one glance at Sakura changes her mind. She has to talk with Sakura, and it's not like Sasuke would disappear if she lets him out of her sight for a moment. Once she's certain that Sasuke has left, Ino marches out of her hiding spot and confronts Sakura. Sakura, how can you say all those awful things about Naruto? He's our friend, you know. Ino? What are you doing here? You're lucky that I'm the one listening and not Naruto. It's bad enough that we've distanced ourselves from him. If he finds out that you're saying those things about him, he'll be crushed. It wasn't that mean, was it? Besides, the entire village hates him for pulling all the pranks. It's just proof that what I said is the truth. Did you really think that Naruto is as bad as he shows, or did you forget that Naruto is the first amongst us to learn Henj no Jutsu? What do you mean? Arg. For someone with such a large forehead, you're not very bright. Naruto is only putting it up for show to get attention. Didn't you realize that he starts acting this way when we stop hanging out with him? Well, if you feel so bad about it, why don't you go back and hang out with him? Do you even know what you are saying? Why do you have to cover one lie with another? Both of us know that you don't really hate Naruto. Arg, forget it. Ino shoots Sakura one last glare before going back to her team. Sakura keeps her glare on Ino's back until she is out of sight. In the heat of the argument, Sakura completely disregarded what Ino said, but as she starts to calm down, she realizes the truth in Ino's words. She silently pledges to herself that she should treat Naruto better from now on. Suddenly, she sees Naruto walking up toward her. Forcing herself to smile, Sakura waves awkwardly toward him. Hi, Naruto. Hearing her, Naruto casts a confused look toward Sakura. He hesitates, then runs back toward the academy holding his stomach. Seeing his reaction, or the lack thereof, Sakura trembles in anger, but forces herself to calm down by taking deep breaths. Grumbling, she walks back to the classroom and waits for Sasuke and her team's Jounin to show up. Sakura and her team are sitting in the classroom, each becoming angrier with each passing second. The other teams had all left with their sensei hours ago, and they are the only team remaining in the room. Snickering, Naruto picks up an eraser from the blackboard and places it above the sliding door. Sakura scolds him mildly, but she's enjoying the prank herself. Sasuke mutters at his seat about how pointless it is since there is no way a Jounin will fall for such a childish trick. Naruto is about to turn and yell at Sasuke when the door opens and a silver-haired ninja peeks inside and the eraser hits him in the head, sending chalk dust all over his body. Seeing the ninja's reaction, Naruto is laughing out of his mind and Sakura is apologizing for his action on the outside but is cheering on the inside considering how late he is while Sasuke is staring wide-eyed at the ninja for not catching such a simple trap. My first opinion of you three, how should I say this, I don't like any of you. Butson. Well, let's head up to the roof, the Jounin says, cutting off what Sakura was about to say. The Jounin leads them to the garden on the roof of the academy, and takes a seat on the ledge. He gestures for them to sit down in front of him, and waits until they are comfortable before speaking. Well, let's introduce ourselves. What should we talk about? Well, I guess a name, some likes and dislikes, your dream, your hobbies, things like that. Why don't you start first, sensei? Me? Well, my name is Hataki Kakashi. I don't want to tell you my likes and dislikes. I don't really have a dream, and I have lots of hobbies. After all that, we only know his name. Well, let's start from the right. You, the one in orange. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. My favorite thing is ramen, especially the ramen at Ichiraku that Irika-sensei treats me every now and then. I hate the 3 minutes it takes for instant ramen to cook. My dream is to surpass the Hokage. That way, everyone in the village will respect me. My hobby's pranks, I guess. Alright, you the girl? My name is Haruno Sakura. My favorite thing in the world, more like my favorite person, my dream. Should I really say it out loud? My hobby is, and the thing I hate the most is the way a person constantly interrupting my relationship with a certain someone, even if that person is my friend. Okay, you in the middle. My name is Uchiha Sasuke. I hate a lot of things and I don't really like anything. As for my dream, I don't have one because it will be a reality. I will restore my clan and kill a certain someone. Well, I guess that does it. We will begin taking missions tomorrow. Sensei, what kind of mission are we going to have? Sakura asks. Well, first of all, this mission is only to be taken by the 4 of us alone. What is it? What is it? Naruto asks excitedly. Survival training. Survival training? We did plenty of survival trainings in the academy. Why do we have to do it again? Well, this time I'm going to be your opponent. Besides, this is not just any survival training. Well, what kind of survival training is it? Naruto asks. I better not say. If I did, you're just going to give up. Give up? Why? Sakura asks. Out of the 27 students who graduated, only 9 of you would become genin. The other 18 will have to go back to the academy. In other words, this survival exercise is a test with a 66% failing rate. What? Why? Do you know how tough it was for me to finally graduate? Why do we have to go back? The graduation exam is only for finding potential genins. As for whether or not you will actually become one or not, that depends on this test. Anyway, I'll be the one judging your skills tomorrow, so show up at 5 and bring all your ninja gears. Oh, and don't eat breakfast, cause I can't guarantee that you'll hold it down. The next morning, 2 half-asleep ninjas and an emotionless one greet each other in the middle of the designated training ground, but Kakashi is nowhere in sight. Sasuke decides to lean against a tree as he waits while Naruto and Sakura slump to the ground with their back against each other, holding each other up. The 3 young ninjas are almost asleep when Kakashi shows up at the training ground almost 5 hours later. You're late. Oh? Well, you see, I saw this old lady trying to cross the street. Liar! Anyway, let's set the alarm to 12 o'clock. What's that for, sensei? Sakura asks. I have 2 bells here. Your job is to take the bells from me. Those who can get the bell will pass the exam. But there are only 2 bells and there are 3 of us. Sakura says. Exactly, that way at least one of you will fail. And those who don't have a bell when time's up will have to be tied to the training post and watch the rest of us eat lunch. So that's why he told us not to eat breakfast, Naruto mutters. Sensei is evil. You can use whatever weapon you desire. In fact, unless you come at me with the full intention of killing me, there is no way you can get one of the bells. But isn't that too dangerous? Sakura asks concerned. Don't worry. You're not at the level to be able to kill me yet. I'm definitely going to get one of those bells. Bring it on, Kakashi-sensei. There is no way I'll be tied to one of those poles. The weakest dog always barks the loudest. We can all just ignore the dead last. Sakura notices how Naruto's muscles tighten up as soon as he hears Kakashi's words. Before she can even try to stop him, Naruto reaches into his weapon pouch and charges toward Kakashi with his kunai drawn. Before Naruto can even take a step, however, Kakashi is already standing behind him with Naruto's arm twisted around so the kunai is on the back of Naruto's neck. He's fast. I couldn't even see him move, Sakura whispers. So he is a jounin after all. Relax. I didn't say start yet. But you did come at me with the full intent of killing me. I think I'm starting to like you guys more. As soon as Kakashi gives the order to begin, Sasuke and Sakura immediately disappear and hide themselves in the woods around the training ground. Kakashi is about to comment about how they have a good basic knowledge in stealth when he notices Naruto standing in front of him challenging him. Let's go. Me and you, one-on-one. You surprised me last time, but I'll beat you this time for sure. What is that idiot doing? Sakura and Sasuke think at the same time. The other 3 members of the 4-man squad all stare at Naruto in disbelief. There is one thought in their mind, and it revolves around how big of an idiot he is. Sighing, Kakashi turns toward Naruto as he gets into his fighting stance. Ninja Skill Lesson 1 Taijutsu. Naruto is about to charge at Kakashi but stops when he reaches into his weapons pouch. Naruto watches wearily as Kakashi pulls something out of the pouch, then stares wide-eyed as he sees Kakashi starts reading the book he pulled out. Well, are you going to attack or not? But why are you reading? Because I want to see what happens next in the story. Don't worry about it. You won't be able to hit me whether I am reading or not. In his anger, Naruto starts throwing an uncoordinated series of punches and kicks, all of which Kakashi blocked without taking his eyes off the book. On the last punch, Kakashi moves behind him and holds his hands in the Tora seal. That's a fire technique seal, at this range Naruto's going to. Sakura whispers to herself before screaming, Naruto. Get out of there. He's going to kill you. What? Too late. Kanohigakur Hiden Taijutsu Ugi, Senin Garoshi. The technique launches Naruto into the river holding his backside. Seeing the splash of water, Kakashi calmly turned the page in his book. That's no ninjutsu. What kind of Ugi is that? It's just a powerful but poke. Great. Two idiots. Grumbling, Naruto reaches into his weapons pouch and throws 2 shuriken toward Kakashi while he's still in the river, hoping to catch the Jounin off guard. Without even looking up from his book, Kakashi blocks one and catches the other while giggling at the contents of the book. Frustrated, Naruto puts his hands together into the Hitsuji seal and form a number of Kage Bunshin. Struggling with an empty stomach through the rough current, Naruto finally gets back ashore huffing and puffing. Seeing his condition, Kakashi turns his back and is about to search Sakura and Sasuke when Naruto's clones jump out of the river. With his attention focused on the clones in front of him, one of Naruto's clones jumps Kakashi from behind and holds him from the back. As the other clones all jump at Kakashi, holding him down by whatever they can get their hands on, Naruto jumps up and hits Kakashi right in the face, only for it to turn into one of the many Narutos in the field. A melee ensures as each Naruto clone claims that the other is Kakashi. Finally, he decides to cancel the Kage Bunshin, and the only person left in the field is Naruto himself. That was a Kawarimi no Jutsu. That's a basic academy jutsu, how can the idiot not see through it? Scanning around the open field, Naruto notices something glistening in the sun. Running over, he finds a bell lying on the ground. As he reaches for it, he steps into a trap, leaving him dangling in the air. Walking out of his hiding spot, Kakashi picks up the bell with a sigh. Think before you use a jutsu, or else your opponent will take advantage. Also, when you see an obvious trap like this, don't fall for it. A ninja has to remain calm and analyze the situation. I know, you don't know. That's why I'm telling you. Seeing that Kakashi is distracted by his conversation with Naruto, Sasuke fires a series of kunai and shuriken which strike the unsuspecting Jounin. As he falls off to the side, the body turns into a wooden block as the real Kakashi is hidden amongst the trees trying to locate the 2 other genins. Realizing that he has given his location away, Sasuke tries to run away with Sakura trailing behind him hoping to back him up. After a while, Sakura loses track of Sasuke but finds Kakashi standing near the tree she's hiding and reading his book. Phew, I don't think he notices me. Sakura, look out behind you. What? Megan, Narakumi no Jutsu. A swirl of leaves picks up around a dazed Sakura. When she finally becomes aware of her surroundings again, Kakashi has already moved to a tree above her. Suddenly, she hears Sasuke's voice behind her. Whirling around, she sees Sasuke's mutilated body crawling toward her, begging for her help. With a loud scream, Sakura faints on the spot, foaming at the mouth. I think I overdid it. But she's got to recognize these things. Back at the open field, Naruto finally manages to get a kunai from his weapon pouch and cuts himself loose, only to fall for the same trap again. Out of frustration, he starts screaming and struggling out of the ropes again. In another open field not far from where Naruto was, Sasuke picks up the 2 screams and starts scanning about the immediate area, trying to find the source. Ninja Skill Lesson 2, Genjutsu. I can't believe how easily Sakura fell for it. I'm different from them. Different doesn't mean better. You can talk once you manage to get one of the bells, Sasuke-kun. Reaching behind his back, Sasuke grabs a number of shuriken and throws them at Kakashi, who manages to dodge easily while taunting Sasuke. But when he hears the sound of ropes being cut behind him, he can barely jump out of the way of the incoming trap. Taking advantage of his opponent's lack of concentration, Sasuke rushes in and throws a series of punches and kicks that forces Kakashi to use both of his arms to protect himself. When he notices Sasuke reaches for the bells, Kakashi throws Sasuke away and jumps back. This kid, I don't think I have time to read Ika Paradise anymore. When Kakashi is about to taunt Sasuke again, he notices Sasuke going through a series of hand seals, ending in the Tora sign. Kakashi can only stand and watch astounded as Sasuke takes a deep breath and unleashes a fireball. When the fire dissipated, Kakashi can no longer be seen as Sasuke frantically looks around him, trying to find any traces of the Jounin. I'm under you. Doton, Shinji Zansho on Jutsu. Sasuke can only scream as he is pulled down into the ground by Kakashi. When the only part of Sasuke's body left above ground is his head, Kakashi comes back above ground and taunts Sasuke before walking away, waiting for the next challenger. Back at the trees, Sakura finally comes to and, remembering Sasuke's condition, starts running about searching for her source of affection again. Naruto has also managed to free himself after spotting the bento boxes lying unprotected on top of the memorial stone. Even if I didn't go after the bells, that doesn't mean I can't eat first. Itadakimasa, I was just joking, sensei. Too late. By the time the alarm rings and Sakura and Sasuke return to the center of the training ground, they find Kakashi standing near the memorial stone and Naruto tied to one of the posts there. As soon as their bodies register that they have stopped their movements, their stomach starts complaining about its emptiness. Looks like all of you are pretty hungry. Oh yeah, about this survival exercise, none of you will be going back to the academy. Does that mean that the three of us? That's right. The three of you don't deserve to be ninjas. It's a waste of time for you all to go back to the academy. Kakashi looks at the three in front of him, studying what he thought of as an expected reaction to his speech. Naruto, even if tied to the post, starts screaming and struggling trying to get at Kakashi. Sakura is frozen at her spot with a haze over her eyes. When he turns his attention towards Sasuke, he notices the boy shifting his weight. As soon as Sasuke charges toward him, Kakashi pins him to the ground, stepping on his head. The three of you still haven't figured out the purpose of the test. Why do you think that we have to break you up into teams to take the survival test? The answer is the key to whether you pass the exam or not. About that I wanted to ask you from the beginning. Do I need to spell everything out for you? Teamwork. The key is teamwork. Sakura, you leave behind a trapped Naruto going after a Sasuke that you don't even know the location of. You could have easily saved him by cutting the ropes. Instead you left him in the open field where there is no doubt he would have died in a real mission. Naruto, you're always so brash in your decision-making, putting the entire team in danger trying to cover for you. Sasuke, you treat those two like obstacles and tools, not even caring about their well-being but only about yourself. It's true that independent ability is important. That's why we held the graduation exam. But without teamwork, the entire team is in danger of dying. For example, Sakura killed Naruto now or Sasuke is dead. What? Just like that. When one of you is captured because of the lack of teamwork, you get put into an impossible situation that can very well lead to the death of everyone on the team. I'll give you two one last chance, but don't expect me to make it easy for you. Go ahead and finish your lunch, but don't give any to Naruto. He tried to break the rule by eating by himself first. If anyone tries to feed him, that person fails immediately. As soon as Kakashi leaves, Naruto starts screaming about how he can go without food even if his stomach is grumbling with every movement he makes. Finally having enough, Sasuke thrusts his bento box toward Naruto, telling him to eat while he keeps watch. When Sakura interjects, Sasuke silences her by saying that everyone needs to be at full strength to get the bells from Kakashi. After giving the matter some thought, Sakura offers Naruto her bento box instead. But Sakura-chan, just hurry up, Naruto. I'm on a diet, I don't need to eat as much. Thank you, but I can't. Just hurry up already. No, I mean I really can't. My arms are tied, you're going to have to feed me. Why you fine, but don't expect to get this kind of treatment again anytime soon. As the food nears Naruto's mouth, there's a small explosion in front of them and Kakashi charges out of the cloud of dust. Sasuke can only sit frozen at his spot while Naruto and Sakura are screaming for their lives. You three passed. What? What do you mean? You three are the first team to pass. All the teams before only know how to follow my orders. In the ninja world, people who break the rules are trash, but people who abandon their teammates are worse than trash. Alright, the survival test is over. Everyone passes. We will begin missions tomorrow, better make that the day after. I still have a lot of paperwork to do to actually register you guys. Okay, let's go. Sakura, Sasuke, and Kakashi all head off the training ground when Sakura asks if they want to go to her house for dinner. When they refuse, they suddenly have a feeling that something is missing. Looking around, they find that the orange-wearing loudmouth ninja is missing. Did we manage to free Naruto yet? Kakashi asks. I think he's still there, Sakura says, sighing. I'll go and get him. See you in 2 days, Sasuke-kun, Kakashi-sensei. Turning around, Sakura heads back inside the training ground to find a pouting Naruto stranded in the open field. Sighing, she takes out a kunai and cuts Naruto loose before asking him the same question that she already asked the others. Are you sure, Sakura-chan? Yes. My mom wants me to invite my team over for dinner so she can meet them, but Sasuke-kun and Kakashi-sensei already said no. I would love to visit Haruno-san. I haven't seen her in such a long time. Well, come on then. I don't want to stay here all day. As soon as Sakura and Naruto walks through the doors, they decide to make their presence known. Hearing the noises in the living room, Sakura's mother walks out from the kitchen to find Sakura seething in anger and Naruto on the ground nursing a bump on his head. Ignoring the fact that a rare guest has shown up at her house, she rushes over to check on the loudmouth ninja. Naruto, are you alright? Yeah. I'm used to it. I'm going to change, okay, Mom? Okay, go ahead, dear. As Sakura's mother watches the retreating back of her daughter, Naruto reaches for the tea kettle on the coffee table and pours himself a cup. Noticing the sudden movement behind her, Sakura's mother watches as Naruto holds the cup in his hand, just staring at it. I didn't think that you would keep my cup in the living room, Haruno-san. I haven't visited for so long. I'm glad you realize that. Why haven't you been visiting? Well, Sakura-chan, as you know. Well, you are always welcome to visit me even if Sakura is a bit more hesitant. Yeah, but I don't want to make her upset. I heard that you've been eating nothing but ramen. Hee, it's the best food in the world. It's the only food in the world that isn't given to you spoiled. Well, you're in for a treat today. After I found out that you are on Sakura's team, I went and did some grocery shopping and fix up some of your favorite dishes. Really? Yeah. Haruno-san's cooking is the best. I'm glad that you appreciate my cooking, Sakura's mother says before turning toward the stairs. Unlike someone else in this house, that doesn't mean that I don't like your cooking, Mom. It's just that I'm on a diet, Sakura says, walking into the living room. If you say so. Well, why don't you two enjoy yourselves while I start preparing the food? It takes a long time to get everything ready. Oh mom, Sasuke-kun and Kakashi-sensei won't be coming. I expected as much. Don't worry about it, dear. Before Sakura's mother can even take a step away from the couch, a loud grumbling sound emits from Naruto's stomach, followed by a much softer one from Sakura's. They look at each other sheepishly, remembering that they still haven't eaten anything yet. I'll fix some snacks for the two of you. Thanks, Mom. They all sit in silence as Sakura's mother go in and out of the kitchen and lay out a few small dishes for the two young ninja. Even with the food laid out in front of them and their stomach grumbling, they still remain in their seat, facing away from each other, not knowing what to say. Go ahead, Naruto. I thought you are hungry. You are too right, Sakura-chan. I'm alright. Don't worry about me. I'm on a diet. Are the two of you going to eat or not? And Sakura, don't tell me that you're on a diet or I'll stuff them down your throat. Fine, Mom, I'm eating. With their backs still facing each other, Naruto and Sakura start reaching for the food on the coffee table. Ignoring their antics, Sakura's mother head back into the kitchen to continue her work. The two young ninjas continue picking off food from the dishes until they both go for the same piece and their hands touch. Sakura pulls her hand away so fast as though the touch burned her hand, and Naruto looks further away, if that's possible at all, and nudges the dish towards Sakura, signaling her to get the last piece. You're hungry, right, Naruto? You can have the last piece. I'm on a diet. I don't want to eat too much. It's okay. I don't want to have a full stomach for Hirano-san's cooking. I haven't had an actual meal in a long time. Dinner won't be for a few hours. Besides, I thought you said you love ramen. I do, compared to everything else that I tried to buy. I see. If you don't pull all those pranks, then the villagers wouldn't be treating you this badly. Hey, I guess. Are you alright, Naruto? You're not your usual cheery self, Sakura asks, turning toward her teammate. Eh? What do you mean, Sakura? I feel just fine. Ha 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 ha, see? Naruto, what's wrong? It's just that we haven't been together in a long time. You know, you, me, Ino-chan, Hinata-chan, Tenten-chan, Hanabi-chan, we've all grown up. We have our own lives to live now, I know, but it would be nice to have just one day where we can all hang out together again like we used to. You can't have everything you wish, Naruto, but I guess it would be nice. I haven't seen Tenten-san and Hanabi-chan in such a long time. Oh well, everyone will be busy as soon as we all start taking missions. The next few hours are filled with small talks and occasional apologies from Naruto. When Sakura's mother calls the two children over for dinner, Naruto is already nursing several bumps on his head. No matter how tempted he is, Naruto has to eat with some degree of manner or risk the wrath of two angry females. Having seen Naruto's eating style at Ichiraku before, Sakura and her mother smile at Naruto's attempt, even though it seems very awkward. After dinner, Sakura volunteers to clean the dish, so her mother leads Naruto to the living room to catch up. So it seems that you finally became a ninja. Yeah, it didn't even happen normally either. You always were a special child. I haven't seen Sakura as happy as all the time that she spent with you. I hope you two aren't saying bad things about me behind my back, Sakura says, walking into the living room. Of course not, dear. Are the dishes done already? Yes, Mom. So, what were you two talking about? Oh, I was just inviting Naruto to stay here for the night. What? The two new genin scream at the same time. It's pretty late. I don't want him to risk going home at this hour. He's a ninja, Mom. I'm sure he can handle himself. You know that the neighborhood Naruto lives in is very dangerous. I'm serious, Naruto. You're going to stay here tonight. I'll set up the guest room for you. No, really, it's all right. I'm sure I'll be fine. No, Naruto. You're going to stay here tonight. But, come on, Naruto. You know you're not winning this argument against my mom, Sakura says. But Sakura-chan, I don't mind you staying either, Naruto. So don't worry. Well, okay if you say so. Later that night, Sakura stays up just staring at the ceiling. She heard what her mother said to Naruto after dinner, and thinking back, she knows that her mother was right. Thinking back to what Ino said the day before, Sakura decides to do something for Naruto to repay his kindness toward her. The next morning, Naruto wakes up from the gentle coaxing of Sakura's mother. After getting ready for the day, he heads downstairs to the dining room for breakfast. He thought that he could try his luck and see if Sakura wants to do anything with him today, since it's most likely going to be the last day of rest for a long time, only to be told that she had already left about 2 hours before he woke up. Knowing that there is little chance that they can hang out together today, Naruto goes back to doing what he usually do in his free time ever since last year. Go and find Lee's team and train with him for the day. After saying goodbye to Sakura's mother, he rushes out to the training grounds knowing that Lee's team probably started training already. But to his surprise, he finds Lee, Niji, and Guy sitting in the training ground waiting for the last member of their squad to show up. Hi guys. Naruto-kun. Are you here to train today? Yeah. I just got assigned to a genin squad yesterday, and I think I'll be pretty busy from now on, so I figured that I'll train with you guys today for old time's sake. That is a truly youthful attitude, Naruto-kun. Tell me, which jounin is lucky enough to have such a youthful genin like you on the squad? My team's jounin instructor is Kakashi-sensei. Kakashi. It seems that my eternal rival has also gained a youthful spirit on his team. Lee. We must train hard so that we can prove our youthful spirit is greater than that of Kakashi's squad. It pains me to say this, but from now on, Naruto-kun is your rival. Is that understood? Hi Guy-sensei. Lee, Guy-sensei. Naruto can only cringe at the outward display of emotion. He knows what's coming next, having seen it every time he stops by to visit. Just as they are about to proceed to the next and final stage, someone taps Naruto on the shoulder and pulls him away. Ten. My youthful flower. What caused you to arrive late today? Guy asks. Something came up. Whatever, let's start our training, Niji says. Actually. Maybe we should try something different for today. What do you suggest, Ten? Lee asks. Maybe Niji can train with Lee and I'll train with Naruto. Excellent idea. After all, if Lee and Naruto are to be rivals, Lee cannot reveal his technique to Naruto. Very well, you shall train with Naruto-kun today. Since we need to prevent Lee and Naruto from seeing each other's techniques, I'll take Naruto to train somewhere else. Yes. That is a brilliant suggestion. You may do that, thanks sensei. Let's go Naruto. Naruto and Niji stare at Ten in confusion. It is obvious that she's trying to hide something and lure Naruto somewhere, but they can't figure out what is the purpose or what drives her to do such a thing. Shrugging, Naruto starts following the girl as Niji turns his attention to the green-clad ninjas hugging before him, with Lee promising to defeat Niji, or do something seemingly impossible. Seeing that Naruto turned around to figure out what all the screaming is about, Ten grabbed Naruto's arm and drags him away before her sensei changes his mind about letting Naruto and her leave. When she finally has Naruto's attention again, she starts speeding off toward the edge of the village, muttering something about being late. In fact, she's moving so fast that Naruto can barely catch up. After a while, Naruto starts to recognize where Ten is trying to lead him to. Hey Ten-chan. Isn't this the path to? She'll find out when we get there. When they finally arrive at their destination, Naruto stands frozen at his spot looking at the four girls standing in the flower field, the very flower field that he and his first few friends have always met after Ino discovered it. Sakura-chan, Ino-chan, Hinata-chan, Hanabi-chan? What's going on? Well, you said that it would be nice for us to get back together even if it's just for one day. Sakura-chan. I never thought that forehead girl would do something like this, but I guess people do change. Oh, be quiet, Ino-pig. After getting up early, Sakura tells her mother of her intentions and leaves the house after getting a quick breakfast. Walking down the street leading to the Yamanaka's flower shop, she starts fumbling with her hair and stops when she touches the metal hatayat on the top of her head. She still remembers what she said to Ino after meeting Kakashi for the first time when she gave Ino back the red ribbon that was the sign of their friendship. She knows that this may not be the best of time to ask for a favor from her friend-turned-rival, but if swallowing her pride means that she can do something for her friend to apologize for the way she treated him, she would be more than willing to do it. In a sense, it was Ino that woke her up to the truth that day, so she should have no problem going along with her idea. Ohio Sakura-chan. What brings you here today? Konnichiwa, Inoichi-san. Is Ino here? Yeah, hold on. Hey Ino. Someone's here to see you. If it's Shikamaru or Chuji, then they'll just have to wait. No, it's Sakura. Sakura? Okay, I'll be right out. Ino walks out to the shop still adjusting her usual purple dress and fumbling trying to tie her hair up in the usual ponytail. After everything that happened 2 days ago, Ino knows that whatever it is that brought Sakura here must be important. So, what do you want, forehead girl? Do you have time today? Well, I'm not doing anything, and my team won't start doing any missions till tomorrow. Good, come with me, forehead girl. Wait up. Dragging the ponytail blonde across town, Sakura stops in front of a small apartment and knocks on the door. After a while, a girl with her hair tied up into 2 buns and dressed in a Chinese shirt with a pair of tight sweatpants answers the door. Sakura, Ino, what brings the 2 of you here? Ten-san. Naruto usually trains with your team on his free time, right? Yeah. He and Lee really hit it off. Why? Can you take Naruto to our flower field? Our team is off today, so I think he will be visiting your team again. Sure, but why? I'll explain it when we get there. I still need to get Hinata-chan and Hanabi-chan. Okay, if he shows up, then I'll take him there. Thanks, Ten-san. As soon as she says goodbye, Sakura turns and runs toward the Hyuga compound. Ino is struggling to catch up to the eager girl, but she manages to stay close enough that when Sakura stops, she only needs a few extra seconds to arrive. Taking a look at each other, Sakura knocks on the front door hesitantly, knowing how cold Hayashi has become ever since he stopped allowing Hinata and Hanabi to spend any extended period of time with them. After about 30 seconds, the door opens revealing a slightly agitated Niji. What is it that brought the 2 of you here today? Is Hinata-chan and Hanabi-chan in? Yes. Good. Before Niji can even finish his sentence, Sakura pushes Niji away with one hand while dragging a shocked Ino inside. Before they find their targets, they happen to stumble upon Hayashi, who is too shocked to see them to do anything as they walk right past him. The only sign of acknowledgement is a short greeting. They find Hinata and Hanabi getting ready for the day in their rooms, and soon drag the confused sisters back past the still shocked Hayashi, and eventually past the shocked Niji before closing the door behind them. What is going on? Hinata asks. I was thinking that we can have a reunion of sorts at our flower field today. I know that Hayashi-san probably won't approve, so I have to drag you 2 out here. Actually, I would allow it this time. Also, I would appreciate if you don't barge into my compound unannounced the next time you are looking for my daughters. Hayashi-san. We're sorry, but we're kind of in a hurry, so Ino stutters, trying to get away from the Hyuga clan head. Don't worry about it. Hinata's squad will start meeting tomorrow and I will allow her to have a day off for this occasion. Chichiyui, am I allowed to leave as well? Hanabi asks. Yes, it's a special occasion. You are allowed to go as well. Thank you, Shishiyui. Wow, Sakura-chan, you went through all that for me? What's with that tone in your voice? This doesn't mean anything special. It's just that I thought it was a good idea to have a reunion when you mentioned it yesterday, Sakura says, blushing. Arigato, Sakura-chan. Ek. Hey, what are you? Let me go, I want a hug too. Of course, Tenten-chan. Naruto then, in turn, gave everyone a hug. It all went smoothly until Naruto hugs the last girl. The white-eyed princess's face turns bright red and, with her eyes rolled to the back, faints as soon as the loud-mouthed ninja wraps his arms around her. Reaching into her weapon's pouch, Tenten retrieves some smelling salt to revive Hinata before lecturing at Naruto for being so forward. They spend the rest of the day catching up and playing, and when it's time to head home, Naruto declares it the best day of his life and promptly thanks everyone by hugging them again, which caused Tenten to bring out the smelling salt for the fainted Hinata for the second time of the day. Team 7 is at the Hokage Tower to report the success of their latest mission and to receive their next assignment. As the Hokage reaches for the D-ranked mission pile, Naruto starts complaining about the dullness of the missions. To appease Naruto and reward the team for the string of mission successes, he gives them a C-ranked mission to protect a bridge builder from Nami no Kuni as he heads back and complete the bridge. Am I supposed to feel confident putting my life in the hands of these runts? They look so undependable, especially the shortest one. Kakashi moves behind Naruto discreetly as Naruto starts laughing at the person the bridge builder is talking about. Taking a look at his sides, Naruto notices Sasuke and Sakura moving a step closer to him, showing him that he is the shortest one on the team. Kakashi moves in to restrain Naruto before the genin can attack the bridge builder, but he cannot stop Naruto's screaming from damaging everyone's hearing. Calm down, Naruto. We can't kill the client. Let me go, Kakashi-sensei. I'll tear him apart. Then we'll see who's undependable. Can't you just knock the dope out? We need to let him blow off some steam, or it'll be worse when he wakes up. Sakura, tell him to stop, Sasuke says, turning to the last option for help. How? I don't care, just make him stop. So you would go out on a date with him or something, Kakashi says, his grip on Naruto starting to slip. What? I can't do that, Kakashi-sensei. He'll tire out eventually, right? Yeah, but we don't want any trouble during the trip either, Kakashi explains. The bridge builder takes a drink from his canteen as he leans against the wall and quietly enjoys the free entertainment. The Hokage and Iruka can only watch on in amusement, though they are pondering what Naruto's antics would do to the village's reputation. Finally, Sakura gives up and agrees, to which Naruto's screams of anguish turns to yells of jubilation. Sasuke and Sakura glare at Kakashi for his failed tactic, and even though Sasuke's reaction is only due to the fact that the screaming got worse, Sakura takes that as a sign of affection. While Naruto is oblivious to the apparent grin on Kakashi's face, Sasuke and Sakura are highly unnerved by it, each trying to figure out what their sensei is thinking. I know what you're thinking, Sakura, but you have to look underneath the underneath. You have leverage over him now. You can get him to do whatever you want. Hey, that's right. You're brilliant, Kakashi-sensei. Great. Now that that's taken care of, can you get Naruto to stop? Oh right. Sorry, Sasuke-kun. Naruto, if you don't start behaving, I won't go on that date with you. Eh? Sorry, Sakura-chan. Good, now that I have your attention, go home and pack for the mission. We meet at the gate in 2 hours. Hi, sensei. 3 hours later, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Tazuna are all waiting at the gate. While Kakashi and Tazuna arrived at the assigned time, Sasuke just arrived only a few minutes ago. Kakashi can only sigh as Sasuke ignores Tazuna's complaints, knowing that they are embarrassing him in front of a foreign client as their form of silent protest of his perpetual lateness. Sakura shows up a few minutes later, waving towards Sasuke and putting up the fakest smile for Kakashi as she too ignores Tazuna's complaints. Not long afterward, Naruto arrives at the gate smiling and approaches Sakura, completely ignoring Kakashi and Tazuna's existence. Good, now that all of you are here, we can be on our way. Yeah. Let's go. What are you so excited about, Naruto? Sakura asks. Of course I'm excited. This is the first time I get to go outside the village. Besides, the faster we get there, the faster we can be done and come home, and the faster we can go on the date. Don't remind me. Remember, Sakura, once you do this, you would have complete control over him, Kakashi says. If you are so excited about it, then why are you late for a whole hour? How can I feel confident about putting my life in the hands of someone who can't even show up on time? Don't worry, Tazuna-san. I'm part of the mission as well. You're even worse. Your subordinates are late, and you did nothing about it. How do you expect to make them respect you and listen to you? Well, about that. Taking out his book, Kakashi gestures for his team to fall into formation to protect the client and be on their way, completely avoiding the barrage of questions and criticisms from Tazuna. About an hour into their traveling, Kakashi glances at a puddle in the middle of the path but says nothing about it and goes back to reading. As soon as the group walks past the puddle, 2 ninjas leap out, a spiked chain linking the two of them. Wrapping the chain around Kakashi, they rip apart the jounin in front of his shocked students. Next they decide to go after the person closest to them. Naruto is so stunned that he barely has enough time to get out of the way, but not before getting a cut on his hand from one of the ninjas' claw. Seeing that the two ninjas are charging toward the client, Sakura shakes out of her stupor and moves in front of Tazuna even though she probably has little chance of surviving. Seeing her reaction, Naruto tries to get up and help her, but Sasuke jumps in and knocks them away before pinning them to a tree with a kunai through the chain. As soon as the two ninjas break free, Kakashi appears and knocks them unconscious. Looking back toward where their sensei used to be, all they see is a bunch of wooden blocks. Good job, team. Kakashi-sensei? Sakura says. Sorry I didn't come out sooner, but I want to see who their target is and I think you have to answer a few questions to Tazuna-san. Naruto, is your hand alright? Sakura asks. I think so. It's not a really big wound. Naruto, you should be careful. That claw was poisoned. Kakashi says. What? We need to get Naruto back to the village for treatment. Besides, we are just genins. We can't fight in this kind of ninja battles. We won, didn't we? You two weaklings can go back. Kakashi and I can handle pawns like them. Team. Don't talk to Sakura-chan that way, you're one to talk. You're the only who got hurt. Even Sakura did more than you. Maybe you should just run back to Konoha crying about your hand, Yuzuratanki. You two are just in the way. That's enough, Sasuke. We are supposed to work as a team. Though we do need to treat that wound. Shut up. Taking out a kunai, Naruto stabs at the wound and the others all watch in shock as the blackened blood splatters onto the ground. When Sakura finally gets over the shock and looks up from the pool of dark reed liquid on the ground, she barely catches the end of Naruto's pledge. Rushing over, she checks on Naruto's hand, not at all surprised to find the wound slowly closing, having seen it along with the other girls as children. Sighing, she takes out some bandage and wraps it around the wound, lecturing him in the process. After everything is taken care of, the team decides amongst themselves to continue with the mission. Tazuna points out the direction to the dock where one of his friends is waiting to take them to Nami no Kuni. During their travel and through the boat trip, Tazuna explains everything relating to the situation at Nami no Kuni. By the time Tazuna ends his story as they arrive, each member of the team has a different reaction. Naruto is seething in anger from Gato's treatment of the people. Sakura is concerned about how many more strong ninjas someone as powerful as Gato can send their way. Sasuke is excited about the very prospect that Sakura is concerned with. Kakashi, with what little can see of his face, shows signs of indifference to the situation. With the group trying to avoid Gato's men, they land a small distance away, then travel by land back to Tezuka's village. Suddenly, Kakashi yells for everyone to get down as he pushes Naruto to the ground. Behind him, Sasuke and Sakura push Tazuna down before hitting the deck themselves. A giant sword spins over them and embeds itself in a tree. In a swirl of water, a ninja appears standing on the blade. Hand over the old man and nobody gets hurt. Who do you think you are? Naruto, calm down. I'll take him on. He's out of you guys' league, just focus on protecting Tazuna. Ah, the famous copy ninja Sharingan Kakashi. No wonder the Oni-Kyudai were defeated so easily. Kirigakure no Kijin, Momochi Zabuza. I would never have guessed that someone like you would be working for someone like Gato. It's a way to make a living. Plus he can help me avoid the Oinin. Regardless, if you are not going to hand the old man over, I guess I'll have to take him by force. If you are going to be my opponent, looks like I'm going to need this. Reaching up, Kakashi lifts the hatayat from his left eye. Naruto can only stare at the blood-red eye in shock, but if anyone is paying attention, they would see that Sasuke is the most shocked out of everyone. Chuckling, Zabuza jumps to the ground and pulls the large blade out from the tree. Take defensive positions and protect Tazuna. I'll take care of Zabuza. Are you sure, Hataki? Kirigakure no Jutsu. The fog is thickening again. 8 spots: liver, lungs, spine, clavicle veins, jugular veins, brain, kidneys, heart. Where should I strike? Where is he? Don't worry, I won't let my team die. Are you sure, Kakashi? Zabuza appears from the thick mist right between the 3 genins. Before anyone can react, Kakashi is already behind Zabuza. But before either one of them can make a move, Zabuza turns into a puddle of water, with Naruto holding a kunai where the kidney would have been. Another Zabuza appears behind Kakashi and swings his massive sword across the waist of Kakashi, who also turns into a puddle of water. The real Kakashi shows up behind this Zabuza and holds a kunai to his neck before it turns into another puddle of water, and the real Zabuza appears behind Kakashi ready to swing his giant sword once again. Barely ducking under the swing, Kakashi is then kicked into the water by Zabuza. Idiot. Suetun, Shiro no Jutsu. Zabuza says, trapping Kakashi in the water prison. There is no way for you to break out of this technique, Kakashi. I'll get around to you later. Miza Bunshin no Jutsu. Forming the necessary seals, the water along the shore rises up and forms into another water clone. Looking up, the clone stares right at Naruto before charging forward and kicking Naruto away, knocking off his hatayat in the process. Naruto, you were lucky when you took out my water clone the first time, punk. But you don't even deserve to be my opponent. Hurry, take Tazuna-san and escape. There is no chance that you can win against Zabuza. His clone will disperse if it gets too far away from the body, And he has to stay in this spot to keep me in the water prison. Slowly getting up, Naruto stares at his Hitayat under the foot of Zabuza. Growling in anger, Naruto charges towards Zabuza only to be kicked away again, but he managed to retrieve his Hitayat. Hey you! The one without the eyebrows. Ever heard of the phrase don't judge a book by its cover? I'll make you respect me if it's the last thing I do. Listen Sasuke, I got a plan. Che, now you want to work together. You talk big kid, but can you back it up? Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Oh? Kage Bunshin? And there's quite a number of them too. The mass of Kage Bunshin charges at Zabuza, completely covering him, but Zabuza clears them away with a swing of his sword. With his Kage Bunshin flying every which way, Naruto digs through his backpack and throws a Fuma Shuriken towards Sasuke. Fuma Shuriken, Kage Fusha. Leaping in the air, Sasuke throws the Fuma Shuriken toward the real Zabuza. Reaching out, Zabuza catches the Fuma Shuriken easily, but spots another Fuma Shuriken hidden in the shadow of the first one. Before the second Fuma Shuriken connects, however, Zabuza jumps out of the way with his hands still connected to the water prison. With Zabuza still in the air, the second Fuma Shuriken turns into Naruto, and he throws a kunai at that arm. Surprised by the attack, Zabuza can barely dodge out of the way, but not without the kunai leaving a small cut on his cheek. Furious at the surprise attack, Zabuza whirls his body around and tries to throw the Fuma Shuriken at Naruto only to have it blocked by Kakashi, who escaped when Zabuza's hand left the water prison. So, you managed to get out of the water prison. The same technique won't work on me twice. It's time to finish you off. Activating his Sharingan, Kakashi jumps away from Zabuza and they both start forming a sequence of hand seals. Everyone is amazed by the speed and the accuracy of which Kakashi copied Zabuza's hand seals as they both use the Suryuden at the same time. After the two moves cancel each other out, they start running through hand seals again, but Kakashi finishes ahead of Zabuza this time and unleash an even deadlier technique. Suetun, Daibakufu no Jutsu, the whirlpool swallows up Zabuza, sweeps him ashore and slams him into a tree. Before Kakashi can land the final blow, two senbons pierce through the back of Zabuza's neck. Looking up, they find a young Kirin standing on one of the branches. Jumping down, Kakashi checks the body to find that Zabuza is indeed killed by the young ninja. Thanks for all your help. I have been tracking him waiting for an opportunity to kill him. Your mask. You're a Oinin. Who are you? This is our fight. How can you just relax, Naruto? He's not our enemy, but relax. Now's not the time. Well, thanks for helping me out. I'm going to dispose of this body. Lifting the body, the Oinin uses Shunshin no Jutsu to teleport away. Pulling down his Hitayat to cover his Sharingan, Kakashi orders his team to head into the village before fainting on the spot. While Sakura and Sasuke help carry Kakashi, Naruto takes another look at the spot where Zabuza was before hurrying after them as they begin to get angry at him for slacking off. After struggling with his weight for a while, the team finally manages to carry Kakashi to Tazuna's house. With the help of Tazuna's daughter Tsunami, they clean out a room and set up a futon for Kakashi to rest. Are you going to be alright? Tsunami asks. No, I think I won't be able to move around too much for a week. Sensei, even though the Sharingan is powerful, you should at least consider the damage it may cause to your body. Well, at least we defeated that powerful ninja, right? But who was that other ninja? Sakura asks. Oinin is part of the ANBU squad. Their mission is to track down and kill any Nuke from their village. A ninja's body contains a lot of secrets about his village. If a ninja from another village finds the body, they can extract those secrets and uses it against the Nuke original village. What's the matter, dope? Sasuke says, noticing the still silent Naruto, still moping that someone else killed Zabuza? No, I just have a weird feeling that something is not right, that's all. Why is that? Kakashi says, mildly interested. Of all the times I've trained with Tenten-chan, I've never seen her aim for the neck. I would think that if it's that effective, someone like Tenten-chan would have at least tried to hit it a few times. Naruto's right, Kakashi says, bolting up suddenly before slamming down on the futon again. Kakashi-sensei, stop moving around, you'll faint again. Normally, Oinin would take care of the body on the spot. So what? Sasuke says, you still don't understand? What did the boy do with Zabuza's body? We don't know. He took it away, Sakura says. Exactly. If he needs proof, all he needs to do is take the head back. More importantly, the weapon the boy used aren't exactly a weapon of choice for killing others. That means, Zabuza is still alive. It's true that I did check his body, but I'm afraid it's only a temporary death. So what are we going to do now? Sensei is still better than. What if Zabuza comes back? I don't think he's in much better shape than I am. It looks like I'm going to have to use the time to train you guys. Train us? Even you had so much trouble defeating Zabuza, Kakashi-sensei, Sakura says, what chance do we stand even if we do train? Don't sell yourselves short. Don't forget who it was that got me out of the water prison. You guys have grown so much in such a short period of time that I can't help but to feel proud of you. So how are we going to train? I will show you all tomorrow. I still need some rest. About a week passed since Kakashi put his team on their training regiment. Sakura had long since perfected her chakra control and she is assigned to protecting Tazuna at the bridge in case Gata gets impatient and sends other thugs to attack while Zabuza is recovering. Sasuke had been heading to the forest clearing every morning and returning every evening for his training, and Naruto practically spent the entire day at the clearing to train, only stopping back at Tazuna's house for food. Occasionally, Sasuke and Sakura would help him back to Tazuna's house to rest, but mostly Naruto would train himself till exhaustion then fall asleep in the clearing. On the 6th day, before Sasuke arrives at the clearing, there is another person there who finds Naruto asleep while pick herbs. Hey, wake up, you'll catch a cold. Eh? Who are you? What are you doing out here? I'm just here to pick some herbs. Hey Nei-chan, do you want me to help you out? Okay, the girl says before telling him how to pick out the useful herbs from wild grasses. Wow, I never knew that these wild grass can be so useful. So, what are you doing out here this early in the morning? Training. I need to train to get stronger. Really? Do you have someone you wish to protect? Huh. I suppose. Why? When you have someone you wish to protect, you become much stronger. I can tell that you will get much stronger. If fate would have it, we may meet again. Bye Nei-chan. Oh, by the way, I'm male. What? Naruto screams as the person leaves the clearing. What are you doing, dope? Sasuke? Did you see the person that just walked past? Do you think that's a male or female? I don't have time for this. Let's just start training already. The next night, Sasuke and Naruto stumble back to Tazuna's house right at dinner time. After finding that they have finally reached the top of the trees successfully, Kakashi allows them to join Sakura on guard duty the next day. Of course, due to his exhaustion, Naruto stayed in bed the next morning when his team headed out to the bridge. What? What do you mean they left already? Naruto screams when he found out he was left behind. Oh Naruto, you're awake. Your sensei said that you should take a break today, Tsunami says. Arg, I knew it. They left me behind again. I'm going. As Naruto charges through the forest heading to the bridge, he notices cut marks littering the path. Slowing down to investigate, he finds a boar lying dead in the middle of the path a bit further ahead. These are sword marks. I've seen Tenten-chan use weapons like this. This is bad. Jumping through the trees again, Naruto heads back toward Tazuna's house. He arrives just in time to see Tazuna's grandson charging blindly toward two thugs. Jumping into his path, he uses the Kawarimi no Jutsu to replace Inari with a block of wood he picked up from the forest heading back. Reaching into his weapons pouch, Naruto throws two shuriken at the thugs, who dodges them easily, but Naruto is using the same trick he used against Zabuza. The two shurikens turn into Kage Bunshins and knock the two thugs out from the back. After tying the two thugs up, Naruto asks Inari to gather the villagers to let them know what is going on before hurrying back toward the bridge. By the time Naruto gets to the bridge, Zabuza and his assistant already attack the bridge. While Kakashi and Zabuza are facing off against each other, Sasuke is trapped by Zabuza's follower while Sakura is protecting Tazuna. Taking advantage of the young ninja being distracted by Sakura's kunai, he transforms himself into a shuriken and uses a clone to launch himself at the young ninja, knocking him out of the ice formation. Hey Sasuke team. How did you end up getting trapped? Do you want me to help? You talk too much, dope. Seeing that the two are distracted, Zabuza launches a series of shurikens and kunais at Naruto, but the young ninja blocked all of them with his Senbon needles. Haku, what are you doing? Please allow me to handle them myself, Zabuza-san. While Zabuza has Haku's attention, Sasuke begins to check his wounds and find that none of the injuries indicate that Haku is aiming for any vital spots, and from the way he blocked every one of the weapons from Zabuza, it's not likely that he missed his target. While he's thinking, Naruto sneaks inside the ice formation. Hey, I'm here to save you. What are you doing in here, you idiot? What are you talking about? I'm here to save you and this is what you say. Haku re-enters the ice mirrors while Sasuke and Naruto are arguing. Picking out the mirror that he is entering from, Sasuke reaches for his weapons pouch only to find that Haku has moved to the mirror directly behind him. Seeing that he can't catch up to Haku's speed, Sasuke tries to blast his way out with his Gakakyu, but the Grand Fireball has little effect on the ice mirrors. He's too fast. There is no way I can catch up to his speed with my eyes. This is just like training with Lee. I need to use my other senses to pick out where he is. Closing his eyes, Naruto tries to listen for any sound that may tip off where the real Haku is. Looking over his shoulder, Sasuke soon becomes enraged at Naruto's lack of reaction as needles start flying toward the two of them again. He had been expecting Naruto to at least provide enough backup for him so that at least one of them would be able to escape and they would be able to attack from both sides, like how it should have been before Naruto entered the ice formation. While Sasuke is dodging left and right trying to avoid being hit in any vital spots as much as possible, Naruto only covers himself up and takes the hit while still trying to focus on the enemy's location. When Naruto finally has a gauge on Haku's movement, he has taken a fair share of hits that severely limits his movement, even if his wounds are all closing up at a rapid pace. By this point, Haku had already expended much of his chakra, and Sasuke, being pressured into protecting himself, has slowly awakened his Kekkei Genkai, the Sharingan. Deciding to end the fight quickly, Haku intentionally attacks Naruto, but focuses all his attention on Sasuke. When Naruto finally looks around after everything quiets down after the latest barrage of attack, he sees Sasuke standing in front of him with Senbon needles littering all over his body. Scrambling to his feet, Naruto barely catches Sasuke before his unconscious body hits the ground. He got in my way without thinking to protect you. Is this the first time you have seen someone die in battle? This is the life of a ninja. He truly is someone worthy of the title ninja. Shut up. I won't forgive you. Haku is stunned by the sheer amount of chakra emanating from Naruto's body. The senbons that are still embedded in Naruto are forced out by the chakra, and the cuts from Haku's attacks are all healed instantly. Seeing the crazed Naruto charging to him, Haku can only slow him down by firing more senbons and moving to another ice mirror. Taking advantage while Naruto can't determine which mirror is housing the real Haku, he charges toward Naruto only to have him dodge out of the way. Before Haku can get back inside an ice mirror, Naruto catches him on the wrist and punches Haku through one of the ice mirrors. With one of the ice mirrors broken, the rest of the formation crumbles along with the mask on Haku's face. Charging toward Haku again, Naruto wants to kill Haku with the next hit, but upon seeing Haku's face, Naruto snaps out of his rage and the punch lost all power behind it. Why did you hold back? Where is the fire that you showed before? You can't kill me like this. What are you talking about? Zabuza-san doesn't need useless ninjas. You have taken away my right to live. Why do you dedicate your life to him? Is he your only precious person? I used to have other precious people. They are my parents. But then I discovered something my bloodline. Because of that, in a village that despises Kekkei Genkai, my father killed my mother, and he wanted to kill me. When I finally shake out of my stupor, I found out that I've already killed my father. That was the first time when I feel that I'm not necessary in this world. It's not until I met Zabuza-san that I discover another purpose to live, and now you've taken that away. Please, just finish me of Naruto. Is there really no other way? I'm sorry to have to dirty your hands. Lowering his head, Haku waits for the final blow. Before Naruto can bring his hand down, Haku notices how the fog is thinning out and catches Naruto's arm before teleporting away with another ice mirror. It takes a moment for Naruto to recognize what is happening, especially the strong source of chakra from where Kakashi and Zabuza would be. Putting everything together, Naruto realizes what Haku is trying to do and tries to stop it. Wait! Kakashi-sensei! Don't do it! Kakashi is so surprised by Naruto's screaming that he lost his concentration and the Raikiri in his hand fizzled away before his bare hand touches the chest of Haku, who has taken the spot in front of Zabuza, ready to take the blow for his master. After a short period of silence, Naruto and Sakura hear a resounding slap coming from where Kakashi and Zabuza would be. When the mist clears out, they see Kakashi frozen in shock, with his head still turned to the side and his hands still stretched out. Haku has his arms around himself and backing away from Kakashi with a blush on his face. What is going on here? Naruto! You're all right. Where is Sasuke-kun? He is fine. I knocked him unconscious by striking his pressure points. Naruto and Sakura turn their attention to the recovered Haku, who still has a blush on his face but at least he can still respond, unlike Kakashi, who is still frozen in his spot in shock. You two should go check on him. We still have unfinished business here, Kakashi says. What? Wait, you don't have to fight, don't worry. Our opponent is not your sensei, Haku says. Gatu, what are you doing here? Zabuza says when the last hit of the mist disappears. You still haven't accomplished your task yet? You are pathetic, Zabuza. What are you doing here? Why are all those men behind you? I told you I can take care of this. There's been a change of plan. You see, Zabuza, I've never intended to paying you a dime. In fact, you and the other ninjas as well as that bridge builder will die here today. Sorry, Kakashi, it seems that our fight will have to end. Since there is no reason for me to go after the bridge builder, there is no reason for us to fight each other. Yeah, you're right. Hey boss. After we deal with them, what do you say we go raid the village? One of the thugs asks. That is a good idea. I'm sure there are still things there to amuse us. Yeah, like the women. Or maybe we should start with that pink-hair girl there. You should get your eyes checked. That girl is so ugly that I doubt we'll get much money when we sell her to the brothel after we are done. Don't you lay a hand on her. So, we got a little punk trying to play hero? Or are you just angry that you won't get first shot at her? Naruto, don't! Before Kakashi can even intervene, Naruto's dark chakra flares up again. Seeing the feral look and feeling the dark energy wave washing past them, all the thugs surrounding Gata takes a step back. Reaching into his weapons pouch, Naruto pulls out a kunai and charges right into the middle of the crowd, slicing and clawing through everything he comes into contact with. Sakura watches in fear seeing the berserk Naruto killing all the thugs without so much as a flinch from the bloodbath. Even Haku, who has already seen Naruto's feral form, is amazed at how such a mild-mannered boy can become such a bloodthirsty killer. Of everyone at the scene, only Kakashi knows what exactly is happening, but he also knows that there is nothing he can do to stop Naruto, or the bloodthirsty demon inside him. It's not until Gatu is dead and the rest of the thugs have either escaped back to the boats, or died alongside their boss that Naruto finally seems to slow down. Once he finally regains control of himself, Naruto stares at his hands and the carnage around him in shock. Running up, Haku and Sakura wrap their arms around Naruto whispering calming words into his ears. Walking up, Kakashi strikes a pressure point and knocks Naruto out cold, so that he can have some time to recover from the shock of the actions of his possessed form. As Kakashi is carrying Naruto back toward the village, Sasuke has finally woken up and the villagers have gathered at the bridge with weapons in hand, anticipating a fight to defend their village. But they are all shocked at seeing the blood and corpse littering the unfinished bridge. Sakura and Haku stay at Naruto's bedside as soon as they get him back to Tazuna's house. Kakashi, Sasuke, and Zabuza occasionally stop by to visit before going back out on patrol duty. Tsunami and Inari set up a couple of futons in Naruto's room for Sakura and Haku as per their request, and they too would visit the young boy once in a while after hearing from Tazuna how he single-handedly protected the village from Gata's men, even if it was through such a bloody mean. Ugh, Naruto, you're awake. Sakura-chan? I'll tell the others. Thank you, Haku-chan, Sakura says. How long was I out? Almost 2 days. I was out that long. How did the fight go? You don't remember? As soon as the words left her mouth, Sakura wishes she could take them back. Naruto appears to slowly remember everything that took place at the bridge and goes into shock again. Like she did at the bridge, Sakura tries to comfort Naruto again as she waits for Kakashi to get here so he can help Naruto. What's going on, Haku? Naruto has gone into shock again. Let me try. Haku presses a few pressure points on Naruto's back and his breathing starts to slow down again as he slowly calms his nerve again. When Naruto is finally aware of his surrounding, the first thing he notices Sakura sitting in front of him on the bed with a concerned look on her face. The next thing is that someone has wrapped her arms around him. And guessing the gender from the feeling of soft objects pressed against his back, that person is most likely a woman. Tsunami-san. I'm feeling much better now. Thank you. Did you call me Naruto? Tsunami asks from the door, having just brought up some food for Naruto. Tsunami-san? Then who's that behind me? Naruto-san. Are you feeling better, Haku? What, why, when? I'm guessing you want to know why Haku-chan is dressed like this, right? Sakura-chan, why is? Well, it kinda surprised me too when I found out, but Haku-chan is actually a girl. What? But Haku, you told me that. That was because of me. Zabuza-san, Haku says, spinning around toward the Nuke-nin. Looks like you're doing better, dope. Sasuke, you have no right to talk down on Naruto. You were in even worse shape, Kakashi says. Che, so, what's this about you being the reason Haku tells me she's a male? Naruto says. I needed a merciless assistant, and Haku was too soft to be a killer. So I have to change her personality, beginning with her own identity. How can you do that to her? She'll never survive in the ninja world the way she was when I found her. If she ever managed to kill anyone, she would have ended up just like you. Hi, Zabuza-san. Haku reprimands. I'm only teaching him about the real ninja world. If he takes his genin attitude out to the real world, he'll be dead before he even realizes what is happening. While I appreciate you helping me teach my students, Zabuza, I think I should give Naruto the emotional training myself, and I think now is as good a time as any. Fine. Haku, let's go. We should leave now. Wait. Where are you two going to go? Well, Gato is dead, and from all the ruckus he caused, I'm sure the Kiryoinen would be onto us soon. Why don't you go back to Konoha with us? I'm sure Gigi wouldn't mind having you two become Konoha-nin. I highly doubt it. You have no idea how I became a Nuke-nin, do you? I don't care. I'm sure I can convince Gigi to let you stay. Having some place to go back to is better than wandering around the world, isn't it? Zabuza-san, I am quite tired of running away all the time as well. Let's get back on patrol, Haku. You can visit this kid later. Hi. Zabuza-san. Arigato. A few weeks later, the bridge is finally finished and Kakashi's team heads back to Konoha with Zabuza and Haku in tow. As soon as they arrive at the gates, the guards, realizing who is in the group, try to move in and arrest Zabuza, but Kakashi sends them away with a wave of his hand. Continuing on toward the Hokage Tower, Zabuza and Haku can't help but to notice the villagers' glare on Naruto, and the rest of the group notices the wary looks from the other ninjas on Zabuza. As soon as they enter the meeting chamber, the Hokage almost choked on the tea he's drinking upon seeing an A-ranked Nuke-nin walking into his office. Kakashi, what is the meaning of this? Hokage-sama, we completed the mission. I'm here to report. Forget about that. What is Momochi Zabuza doing here? Well, you see, Hokage-sama, Momochi Zabuza is requesting protection and safe haven, and the reason why I should grant this request is, I have a few ways of convincing you, but I doubt you want me to use them. Gigi, Naruto says, I remember where that little orange book is. I'm sure you don't want anything to happen to it. Ahem. Well, that does it. Momochi Zabuza, and what's your name? Momochi Haku. Momochi Zabuza and Momochi Haku are hereby granted residency in Konoha and are officially enlisted as Konoha-nin. Zabuza will gain the rank of Jounin while Haku will gain the rank of Genin. Since there are no Genin squad with an opening, I suppose you two will have to be your own squad for now, which means you are restricted to the village and are only allowed to accept D-rank missions. I understand. I will have someone find a suitable dwelling for the two of you, but for now, you'll have to stay with Naruto. That shouldn't be a problem. Very well, the rest of you are dismissed. Now Kakashi, give me your report. As soon as they are dismissed, the group heads back out into the street before Sasuke leaves for the Uchiha compound with Sakura following him. As Naruto is leading Zabuza and Haku toward his apartment, he spots Team Guy heading his way. Naruto-kun. It seems that you have finally returned from your mission. Lee screams, Hey Lee. Hey Tenten-chan. How are you doing, Guy-sensei? We are doing great. I assure you my squad is burning with the power of youth. That's nice, Guy-sensei. Say Naruto, who are they? Tenten asks. Oh, are my youthful eyes deceiving me? How can a nuke be walking in our village unstopped? There must be some kind of mistake. Guy says before Naruto can begin to explain. Actually, Guy-sensei, Hokage Gigi already allowed Zabuza and Haku-chan to stay in our village and become Konohanin. Is that so? Well then I welcome you to our village, Momochi-san. Naruto-san, is he always like this? Haku whispers. Heh, Guy-sensei is a bit too enthusiastic at times, but he's a really good person. I see, Tenten-chan. I want you to meet Haku-chan. She is great with a saban. She is probably as good as you are with weapons. Is that so? Well, I would love to test my skills against you, Haku-san. My apologies, but Naruto-san is just showing us to his house where we will be staying until Hokage-sama finds us a new place to stay. I really wish to settle down and get some rest after the long journey. Well, maybe another time then. Yes, that sounds good. A week after Zabuza and Haku have joined Konoha, the Hokage has found them a new place of residence. Taking advantage of the council's inability to prevent him from doing so, he leaves it up to Zabuza and Haku to allow Naruto to live with them, an offer that Naruto jumps at. In the following month, the two former Kirinins often train and participate in missions alongside Team 7, given their lack of members. While Naruto got closer to Zabuza and Haku, the relationship between Naruto and Sasuke got progressively worse. Sasuke craves for the kind of power he heard of from Tazuna about Naruto's actions at the bridge, and Naruto wants to gain Sasuke's respect, something that Sasuke's not willing to give while he craves for Naruto's power. Well, this mission is over. You are all free to go, Kakashi says before disappearing. Then I'm going home. Eh? Sasuke-kun, wait. Don't you want to practice our teamwork? If you have that kind of free time, you should use it to train. Your ninja skills are even worse than Naruto's. Hey Sakura-chan, forget about Sasuke. I'll go training with you, Naruto says, trying to cheer up his teammate. Why would I do that? Naruto-san, is that box supposed to be following you like this? Eh? What do you mean, Haku-chan? Oh, Konohamaru, what do you want? The box, painted into a square rock, explodes and smoke envelopes the area. In all the confusion, Haku distinctly hears three other people coughing beside Naruto and Sakura. Once the smoke clears, Haku sees three young children where the box used to be, one of whom she had seen numerous times in the Hokage's office. Boss, you don't have anything else to do for today, right? Sorry, Moegi-chan, I need to do some training. But you promised us yesterday that you would play ninja with us, Moegi whines. What's the point of ninjas playing ninja? Although relaxing every once in a while is also good for you, Sakura-san. Don't you think so, Naruto-san? Eh? I suppose, Haku-chan. Hey Naruto and Ai-chan. Who are these two girls? Konohamaru asks. How them? Hey, I know. Boy, you're a slick one, and Ai-chan. But how did you end up with two girlfriends? Eh? Girlfriends? But why would you pick that but ugly pink-hair girl? Before he could even start to back away, Sakura already sent Naruto flying to the wall along with Konohamaru. While Haku wants to stop the ensuing beating, she also doesn't want to fuel any more rumors from Konohamaru. Naruto-ebun, Kono-chan, are you two alright? Don't worry, Moegi-chan. I'm used to it. What about you, Konohamaru? Ouch. Naruto-ebun, are you sure that but ugly person is a girl? Everything almost takes place in slow motion as they watch Sakura spins around and chases after them. Haku watches in amusement but soon realizes that the three young kids may not survive this beating and chases after them. Turning a corner, Konohamaru slams into someone who just happens to be taking a shortcut through the narrow streets. Growling, the boy in a jumpsuit with face paint reaches down and lifts Konohamaru into the air by his scarf. The girl next to him slams the butt of the large battle fan she's carrying onto the ground, leaning against it. Hey you little punk. That hurts, Kankuro. Don't. Hey you! Let go of Konohamaru right now! Naruto screams. How about no? I'm telling you, you're going to get yourself into trouble, Kankuro. Just let me enjoy myself for a minute until he gets here, Tamari. Why you? I said let him go. Naruto says. Shut up. You are starting to annoy me, you little runt. However, if it's that girl next to you doing the talking, now you're starting to get on my nerve. Let go of Konohamaru right now before I bash your face in, Naruto-san. Please allow me to take care of this. Haku-chan? Naruto says, looking at the girl before nodding and stepping back. That's much better. You should learn some manner from your friend, you punk. I don't care anymore. If you want to get in trouble, Kankuro, do what you want. Just don't drag me into it, Tamari says, sighing and keeping her attention on the group all the while. Just who is that kid? Looks like he is pretty close to both those girls. Doesn't looking like they are related either. Che, I don't see what's so special about him. It's obvious that you are not here to stir up any trouble, and neither are we. So why don't you just let the boy go, and we can all be on our way? Oh? Give me on good reason why I should, Pinky. If you value life, then you should let him go. Tamari's eyes widen in shock as Haku pulls a saban out of her hair. Looking at her eyes, Tamari can tell that Haku means business. Before she can say anything, another voice speaks out behind her. Tamari and Kankuro's look of surprise turns into look of fear as soon as they hear the voice. Gaara, Kankuro, you are embarrassing our village. You know why we are here, so don't cause any trouble. Gaara, listen. They started this, shut up. Or I'll kill you. Let's go. Wait. You are Sunanin, right? Even though Suna and Konoha are allies, there are still rules against our ninjas entering each other's villages. So can you tell me why are you all here? Or else I don't think I can allow you to leave. Haku-san, I don't think now is the best time to. Sakura whispers. Look carefully, we have a pass. How can you not know about the Chunin tournament coming up? Chunin tournament? It's an examination process to select qualified genin to be promoted to Chunins. Don't tell me you don't know that kid. Che. Temari, stop wasting time with the kid. Of course the runt doesn't know, or else he wouldn't ask you. Of course I know about it. I'm just wondering if you guys are in it. I've wasted enough time here. Temari, Kankuro, let's go. The next morning, Kakashi asks his team to meet him at the bridge that has become their gathering spot since the team was formed. As usual, Kakashi is several hours late. As soon as he arrives, Naruto starts bombarding him with questions about the Chunin examination. Calm down, Naruto. I recommended the three of you to the Hokage to take the exam. Do you know if any other teams are participating? Why, yes. As a matter of fact, I know that Guy, Asuma, and Kurenai's team are participating as well. Naruto involuntarily shudders at the mention of Guy's team. He still has nightmares about how Tenten would visit Team 7's training ground as soon as her team is dismissed. She would announce her appearance by firing her weapon at Haku, challenging her to a match. Haku would always respond by firing a senbon back toward Tenten. The ensuing barrage of weapons would always be suspiciously close to Naruto, most likely because they are using him as a target, seeing how he's always standing closest to Haku. Hey Naruto. Are you coming or what? Sakura says, shaking Naruto out of his nightmares. Huh? What? We are meeting the other squads. Let's go. Kakashi leads his squad to a nearby training ground. While the other Jounins are used to Kakashi's antics, the Genins are all pacing about waiting for their exercise to begin. As soon as Kakashi enters the clearing, Guy immediately takes Kakashi away, challenging him to all means of odd tasks, leaving Asuma and Kurenai to brief the teams. So everyone is finally here. Took you guys long enough. You're in no position to complain, Shikamaru. You were just slacking off the whole time. So don't you dare talk to Sasuke-kun that way, Ino yells, raising her fist for added effect. Hello Sasuke-kun. Don't mind my dumb teammate here. Hands off, Inobuta. Sasuke-kun doesn't care about you or your teammates. What did you say, forehead girl? Alright. We may get some free entertainment. Kiba, may I remind you that it is unwise to be in the vicinity of two kunoichi fighting? Relax, Shino. Neither one of them are that strong anyway. They are no match for our Hinata. Right, Hinata? I believe that Ino-san and Sakura-san are a very good kunoichi. Hey Naruto. Where is Haku-san? Our match doesn't have a winner yet. I believe she is out on a mission with Sabuza-san, Tenten-chan. Alright you kids, listen up. What do you want, Asamaji-san? Naruto asks when the Jounin has everyone's attention. We are going to tell you briefly about the Chunin examination, then I will leave you all to train amongst yourselves, Asuma says. Why do we have to train with all the other teams anyway? We can do that by ourselves without revealing our abilities to everyone. That is true, Shikamaru. But if you manage to become Chunins, chances are that you will have to go on mission with people who are not part of your Genin team. This training session is for you all to get to know each other's abilities better. Not like that lazy bum would train by himself anyway. Don't worry about him, Asuma-sensei. Please go ahead. Alright, back to the point. We're not supposed to tell you the exact formats of the exam, but that doesn't mean we can't give you a general idea about it. After all, there are teams who have taken the exam before and you are at a disadvantage in taking the test for the first time. Anyway, they change the exact rules of the test every year, but the general framework is that it will be divided into 3 parts: a written exam, a survival exam, and a tournament. What's the point of all these exams? They should know who could handle the task of a Chunin from all the mission we took. There are Genins who have exceptional talents but are unfit for the role of a Chunin Sasuke. The 3 stages are designed specifically to test the abilities required by Chunins. Either way, now you all know the format of the exam, so we're going to break you up into pairs and train in one-on-one combat. Kurenai, care to do the honors? Okay, first pair. Naruto vs. Lee. Yash. I will defeat Naruto-kun for sure, or else I will run 500 laps around Konoha. Lee, stop before you embarrass yourself or your teammates. I believe it's too late for that. Oh, Kakashi-sensei, you're back. Where is Guy-sensei? Naruto asks. I believe he's doing 3,000 push-ups right now. Looks like you win again, Kakashi. So what's the score now? Let's worry about that later, Asuma. We should get the matches over with before the sun sets. You're right. Alright. Let's get the match started. Try avoiding fatal blows. You all still need to take the exam tomorrow. As soon as Asuma's hand comes down, Naruto and Lee jump backward and get into their fighting stance. The others watch on as they move into exchange blows before backing away again, trying to gauge each other's strength. Would you two just get on with it? We don't have all day, you know. Tenten-chan, you're so impatient. Fine. You ready, Lee? Very well, let us begin then. Naruto gets into a defensive stance as Lee starts running around him, trying to find an opening. Lee continues to accelerate until the genins all have trouble seeing his movements. As they focus on Naruto, they find that he is still in the same stance but has closed his eyes once they cannot catch up to Lee's movements. Suddenly, Naruto raises his right arm and a split second later Lee's kick smashes against it. Turning his wrist, Naruto catches Lee's leg and slams him to the ground. Without wasting any time, Naruto slams his left fist to the ground, trying to catch Lee before he gets away. But Lee rolls away just in time and uses his speed to escape and try to look for another opportunity. Since when can the dope fight so well? Sasuke says. Don't look so surprised. They are both still holding back right now. Kakashi-sensei, what do you mean? Sakura asks. So far it's only a hand-to-hand combat contest. Naruto still hasn't used his favorite technique yet, and being trained by Guy, I'm sure that this isn't the best Lee can do. It's a little self-imposed rule when they fight. Naruto would only use taijutsu against Lee and Lee would not use his maximum speed against Naruto, Tenten explains. Tenten-san, you mean they are still holding back? I can barely keep up with their movements, Sakura says. I don't think it's wise to show off everything anyway. After all, there is a tournament in the exam. We may end up facing each other, Shikamaru says. As they turn their attention back to the fight, they are just in time to catch Lee throwing his second barrage of strikes. Naruto blocks a punch with his right arm and a kick with his left, but it leaves him open when Lee swings around and punches him in the stomach. Before the hit connects, Naruto manages to throw a kick toward Lee's midsection. The two hits land simultaneously and send both fighters stumbling back, but they easily regain their balance and get into a defensive stance again. The hits seem to get the two fired up as they both charge toward each other seconds later, trying to catch the other off guard. They continue to exchange blows and the observers can't help but notice that as their strikes land on target, the bruise would disappear as quickly as they form. The fight continues for almost 20 minutes before the three Jounins step in to stop the match. Even then, neither fighter seems the least bit winded. Everyone can only watch on in amazement as they secretly hope that they can avoid the two as they enter the fighting stage of the exam. The rest of the matches are over much quicker than the one between Naruto and Lee. Try as she might, Sakura never stood a chance against Hinata, even if Hinata was too kind-hearted and squandered numerous chances. Ino also lost her match against Tenten as the blonde could not withstand the barrage of weapons in Tenten's arsenal. As opposed to his cousin, Niji was a lot more ruthless and took care of Chuji with a few well-placed Juken strikes. Sasuke left Kiba screaming in frustration and craze when he almost set the canine trainer on fire with his Katan Jutsu. As for Shino, he really didn't have much of a chance to fight because Shikamaru gave up before the fight even began. By the time the training is over, the sun is already setting, so the Jounins decide to send them home to rest up for their big day tomorrow. When Naruto's team arrives at the test center the next morning, they find a large group of people standing in the hallway. There are two people standing in front of the room marked 301 and are keeping the people from entering. In fact, the two of them happens to be in the process of fighting Lee and Tenten as they try to get through. As one of them knocks Tenten away, Naruto steps in and catches her before she falls to the ground. Hey Tenten-chan, are you alright? Ignoring everyone standing in the hallway, Sasuke moves toward the two ninjas guarding the door. Move out of the way, we're trying to get to the third floor. So here is the Rookie of the Year, you managed to see through it? Sakura, you should be the first one to notice it, right? Your analytical ability and your genjutsu knowledge are the best on our team. Of course, I realized. This is just the second floor, but just discovering it still isn't good enough. One of the two standing guard at the door suddenly jumps in and launches a kick at Sasuke. Surprised by the attack, Sasuke doesn't have enough time to dodge, so he can only try to launch a kick himself, trying to block it. Before either kick connects, Lee moves in and stops them. Hey Lee, didn't we talk about this before? You are the one that said we should hold back so we don't attract any unwanted attention. Tenten, that's because. There he goes again, Niji. Do something before he really makes a fool of himself. It is too late, Niji mutters. My name is Rock Lee. You are Naruto-kun's teammate Sakura-san, am I correct? Yeah, so? I have been watching you yesterday, but I never got a chance to introduce myself. Please go out with me. I promise you that I will protect you with my life. I absolutely refuse. Don't feel bad, Lee. I get that respond all the time, Naruto says, patting Lee on the back. Sasuke-kun, Naruto, let's go. We still have a Chunin exam to take, Sakura says, trying to get away. As the group heads toward the staircase and the rest of the crowd disperses from the second floor, Lee follows Naruto's team and challenges Sasuke to a fight. Naruto and Sakura tries to prevent Sasuke from fighting, but Sasuke charges in, determined to test Lee's strength after seeing Naruto and Lee's fight the day before. Throwing a series of kicks, Lee finally sends Sasuke flying with his Konoha Senpu. Determined to defeat Lee, Sasuke activates his Sharingan and charges in again, but Lee ducks under and sends Sasuke flying up with a kick to the chin. Kagebuyo. Jumping up behind Sasuke, Lee shakes loose the bandages around his arms. Before being able to utilize the bandages, someone throws a dart to pin it to the wall. A turtle suddenly appears and yells at Lee for using his forbidden technique. That's a turtle, right? Are you blind? Of course that's a turtle. Sakura screams. I thought Lee-sensei is Guy-sensei. Just as Naruto finishes his sentence, Guy appears on top of the turtle in his signature pose. While Naruto has long since become immune to Guy's entrances, Sakura and Sasuke are both shocked by Guy's uniqueness. Gesturing for Lee to get closer, Guy punches his student, then hugs him with tears running down their eyes. Naruto steps in just in time to shield Sakura's eyes, but Sasuke is almost at the point of fainting from the scenes in front of him. Well, the four of you should get to the exam room. You don't want to be late, Guy says. That's right. The exam. Sakura screams. Well then, I must rejoin my team. I will see you all in the exam room. As soon as Naruto's team enters the exam hall, Ino immediately latches onto Sasuke's arm. As Ino and Sakura argues, the rest of the Rookie 9 all come up to greet them. Suddenly, another ninja approaches them, asking them to be quiet. Just who are you? Naruto asks. My name is Yakushi Kabuto. Take a look around you. You are drawing unwanted attention to yourselves. I assure you, you don't want to be the target of everyone's rage in here. Before they can talk more, a large cloud of smoke appears in the front of the room and a large group of ninjas are standing there when the smoke clears. After assigning everyone to their seats, the proctor, Marino Ibiki, begins explaining the rules to the exam. As soon as the test starts, everyone starts wrecking their brains for answers to the question, which are much more advanced than any knowledge that genins are supposed to understand. Eventually, most of the people in the room start to cheat to gain the answers and the chunins in the room begin to knock out team after team. Back in her seat, Ino sees Sakura finishing the test and uses her family's technique, the Shintenshin no Jutsu, to take control of Sakura's body and memorizes the answers before returning and answering the test. She has enough faith in Shikamaru to answer the questions, so she decides to take over Chuji's body next and answer his test. Feeling confident about her team, Ino starts browsing around the room, entertaining herself and seeing the others struggle to gain the answer, sometimes so blatantly that even she can spot them. When she lays eyes on Naruto, she can see him struggling even more than the rest of the room. Sighing to herself, she uses her technique again and takes over Naruto's body and answers the test for him. Naruto can feel the other presence entering his body, but without knowledge of Ino's ability, he thinks that it's the Kyuubi trying to take advantage of his distress and take over his body. Closing his eyes, he tries to force the other presence out until he hears Ino's voice in his head. Naruto no baka. Relax, it's just me. Ino-chan, relax. I got all the answers from Sakura. Just let me take over your body for a moment so I can put them on your test. Hurry, I can't hold this technique much longer. Oh, okay. Finally calming down, Naruto's head slumps for a brief moment before looking up again with a mischievous grin. Looking down at the test paper, Ino begins answering the question in Naruto's body. Hinata, who was sitting next to Naruto and saw how he was tormenting himself trying to figure out the answer, cannot believe how quickly Naruto is answering everything. Taking care and not being caught, Hinata tries her best to not check if Naruto's answers are correct, but eventually decides to use her Byakugan to see Naruto's answer. To her surprise, not only did Naruto get all of them correct, she finds out that she answered a few questions wrong and begins changing her answers. Okay, I'm done. Good luck in the rest of the exam, Naruto. I can't come in and save you all the time. Remember, you owe me for this. Thanks, Ino-chan. You're a real lifesaver. Not knowing what is going on, Sakura and Sasuke can only watch as Naruto's body slumps onto the desk before waking up a few seconds later, his previous state of distress no longer seen. In fact, Naruto looks to be extremely confident about the written exam. Soon, 45 minutes passed and the proctor decides that it's time to give out the 10th question. Before that, he starts to announce more rules regarding this particular question. First of all, you need to choose whether you want to answer this question or not. What? What do you mean whether we want to answer or not? If you don't answer, then your score will become 0, and you along with your team will be disqualified. Well, of course we will answer it then. There is one more thing: if you choose to answer and get it wrong, you will never have the chance to take the Chunin exam again. In other words, you will remain a genin forever. The choice is yours. If you choose not to answer, just raise your hands and we will take your number, then you can leave. The room becomes completely silent as soon as the words leave Ibiki's mouth. Slowly but surely, team after team decides to drop out of the exam, including the genins who asked the questions. Looking at the proctor, Naruto can see a sadistic grin on his face as he watches the genin teams leave the room. Not able to stand the look on the jounin's face any longer, Naruto slams his hand on the table. Don't you dare underestimate me. I'm not going to let you scare me away. Just bring on the 10th question. Don't be rash, this decision can affect your life. I'm going to ask you again. If you want to leave, now is your last chance. I never say something I can't do. That is my way of the ninja. Taking a look around the room, Ibiki can see that Naruto's little speech has rebuilt everyone's confidence. Even those who were wavering just a moment ago is showing signs of newfound determination. Knowing that no one else will drop out no matter how long he waits, Ibiki decides to continue with the exam. I admire your determination. Very well, for those of you who remain, I hereby announce that you all passed the first stage of the exam. What? What about the 10th question? Tamari asks. There never was any 10th question. I suppose you can call that yes/no question the 10th question. Then what's the point of the first 9 questions? Oh, they serve their purpose. That was for testing your information gathering skills. Given the amount of pressure and the difficulty of the questions, I doubt that many of you are able to answer them. In other words, you are forced to resort to cheating to pass the exam. For that purpose, I have hidden 2 chunins who know the answers to the questions in the exam hall for you guys to cheat off of. Of course, those of you who can't even cheat properly without getting caught are eliminated by my assistants. Accepting the explanation, Temari sits back down and waits for the proctor to continue. At this point, Sakura raises her hand to continue the barrage of questions, but I still don't understand the purpose of the 10th question. The 10th question is the true purpose of this exam. Given the rules, the question is highly unreasonable. Just as in real life, a chunin's duty is as a team leader. If you are given a mission where there is no information and the enemy is surely preparing for your attack, would you accept the mission, just because you value your life and doesn't want your teammates caught up in the danger so you would refuse the mission? This thinking is unacceptable. When given a mission, no matter how unreasonable or dangerous, a ninja's duty is to accept and complete the mission assigned. Anyway, I hereby declare that the first stage of the chunin exam is completed. I wish you all good luck the rest of the way. Just as the genins are about to celebrate, someone barges into the room from the windows and hangs a banner in front of the exam hall, while the person is still rolling on the ground. Now is not the time to celebrate. I'm the proctor for the second part of the exam, Mitarashi Anko. Let's head out to the test center for the second phase. Follow me. Looks like nobody is listening to you, Anko. Whatever, Ibiki, 78 people? You let 26 teams pass? You must be losing your touch. Or maybe there are just a lot of excellent candidates this year. Doesn't matter. I will make sure that less than half of them will make it to the 3rd round. If you all want to find out the details of the second phase, then follow me to training ground number 44. I will explain everything there. The remaining genins follow Anko to a closed training ground housing a large forest. Anko decides to give the young ninjas a moment to recover from the shock of the sight before explaining the second phase of the exam. Reaching into her trench coat, Anko pulls out a stack of consent forms and gives it to her assistants to hand out to the genins. All the genins look at Anko in confusion until one Takinin asks about them. What's this? Why do we have to sign it? There are often deaths in this exam. These forms are to protect the hosting villages from all liabilities. It's just a formality. Every village knows what this exam is about. The deaths? Don't worry, Hinata. I'm sure you'll be just fine. Yeah, you should worry about yourself, Kiba. Make sure Hinata-chan doesn't get hurt trying to save you. What did you say, Naruto? Alright, be quiet all of you. I'm going to explain the rules just once, so listen up. Everyone's attention shifts toward the seething Anko. Naruto is about to open his mouth to say something and Anko fires a kunai toward him to shut him up. With all the practices he had whenever Haku and Tenten would fight, Naruto easily dodges away from the kunai and it almost hit the kusanin standing behind him. Surprised, the kusanin barely moves out of the way and the kunai cuts a few strands of hair. Before anyone realizes what is happening, Anko is already behind Naruto, pressing another kunai against the back of his neck. Suddenly, Anko spins around, leaving a small cut on Naruto's cheek along the way, and blocks a kunai coming toward her, held by the kusanin by the tongue. If you value your life, don't surprise me with weapons again. My apologies. I was surprised when you fired your kunai, and it cut my precious hair. I hope you understand if I'm a bit excited. Just be sure you don't do it again. And I would like my kunai back, please. Of course. Here you go. Putting the 2 kunai back in her trench coat, she checks with her assistants to see if everyone has received a consent form. After getting confirmation, she nods her head and turns her attention back toward the genins. Alright. Now for the explanation. After everyone in your group has signed the consent form, the group can go to that booth there and pick up one of these scrolls, Anko says while pulling 2 scrolls out from her trench coat. In order to pass the exam, you have to get both a heaven scroll and an earth scroll and proceed to the tower in the middle of the forest. There are 26 teams in this exam, meaning that there will be 13 pairs of scrolls. You must do whatever you can to get your hands on both of these 2 scrolls, including killing your opponent. You have 5 days to accomplish this task. Those at the tower with both scrolls within the time limit will progress to the 3rd exam. Oh, and before you get to the tower, you are forbidden from opening the scrolls. Now, if there's no questions, you can report to the booth once you've signed the forms. Slowly, team after team proceeds to the booth, then heads to the designated entrance. Once the designated time comes, the entrance is open and the teams charge in, eager to begin their task to seek out their targets and finish the second phase as soon as possible. Naruto was already separated from his team once, and someone had impersonated Naruto, but Sasuke, with the help of the returning Naruto, chased the imposter away. Sasuke came up with a password system just before they were separated again by a blast of wind. Oh great. Now where am I? And where the heck is Sakura-chan and Sasuke? While he is still trying to figure out what is happening, Naruto finds himself constantly distracted by loud hissing sounds. Finally having enough, Naruto starts looking around to find the source of the noise, only to find a gigantic snake approaching him. That snake is huge. I know the crazy woman said that there are dangerous things in here, but she never said anything about this dangerous. While Naruto is focusing on the snake's head, he doesn't realize that while he was thinking, the snake has already circled around him. Before he can even think about escaping or fighting back, the snake wraps itself around him and swallows Naruto in one go. Trapped in the restrictive space inside the giant snake, Naruto tries in vain to fight his way out. Instead, he starts to quiet down and think of a way to get out of this predicament. So you want to eat, huh? Let's see you eat this. Tajua Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Concentrating his chakra, Naruto forms as many clones as he can until the snake explodes from the inside. Cleaning the slime off him, Naruto sets out looking for his teammates again. A few minutes later, he feels a large source of chakra, one that feels familiar but he can't quite place his finger on it. Following the source, he finds what appears to be the Kusanine that surprised Enko just before the second phase, stretching his neck and biting Sasuke on the neck. Seeing that neither Sasuke nor Sakura are in any condition to fight, he performs his Tajua Kage Bunshin no Jutsu again to create a diversion and move his teammates to a safer place. By the time Sakura comes around from her shock, she finds herself inside a hollow tree with Sasuke lying next to her and Naruto guarding the entrance. After checking on Sasuke's condition, Sakura walks up toward Naruto to check on him and to find out what happened. I saw that weird Kusanine bite Sasuke on the neck. After using the Tajua Kage Bunshin once already, I know I'm in no shape to fight someone that seems to have defeated Sasuke without so much as a scratch on his body. So I used what chakra I have left to form more Kage Bunshin to create a diversion to get you two out of there. Thanks, Naruto. Are you okay? Chakra exhaustion isn't something to kid about. I'm fine. I had some time to rest up. Get some rest, Naruto. I'll stand watch. But Sakura-chan, no buts. You won't be able to do much when you are this tired anyway. If I get into trouble, I'll wake you up, okay? If you say so, Sakura-chan. But remember to wake me up if you need me. Don't worry, Naruto. Seeing the determined glint in Sakura's eye, Naruto knows that arguing won't change her mind. Nodding his head, Naruto takes a seat inside and tried to catch a quick nap. After making sure that both Sasuke and Naruto are recovering, Sakura set up a few traps around their temporary campsite before resuming taking care of both her teammates. Things are relatively peaceful through the night, and Sakura stays up on guard to allow Naruto to get some more time to recover his strength. Just as she's about to doze off, 3 ninjas jumps into the clearing in front of the hollow tree. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are staying in. It seems that you worked quite hard through the night protecting these two. Who are you? Wait, you are Otonins. You are with Orochimaru, aren't you? What do you want? Oh? It seems that she knows about Orochimaru-sama, Dozu. Well, this makes things easier, doesn't it? Why don't you move out of the way, little girl, so we can take care of business and get out of here? Zaku. You and Dozu can take care of Sasuke. I think I'll have some fun with the girl. Fine, you can deal with her kin. Just don't let it interfere with our work. What are we waiting for then? Let's go get them. Zaku, kin, stop. What are you two idiots doing? Dozu says, walking up to a small patch of dirt. This dirt is obviously recently dug up. The point of traps is to make people walk into it unexpectedly. Che. I guess she isn't much of a ninja after all. Let's finish her off. Zaku, she's mine, remember? You two go after Sasuke, I'll have some fun with her. The 3 Otonins jump up into the air, but instead of leaping over the trap on the ground, they jump right into the trap Sakura set above them. Instead of crushing them with the giant log like she had planned, Dozu puts his hand on the log and the log explodes, leaving nothing but splinters hitting the ground. I must say that the trap would have caught normal genins, but it seems that you've underestimated us. Zaku, kin, go now! Before Zaku and kin can get anywhere close to Sakura, someone jumps in front of those two, intercepting them. Konoha Reppu, Lee-san! It's you! Who are you? I am the beautiful green beast of Konoha, Rock Lee. And who might you be? Kinyuta Dozu. Yes, I remember you. I saw you in the first phase. The technique you used just now isn't normal. It seems there is no choice. Kin, you go after the girl. Zaku, you go get Sasuke. I'll get this guy. Right. Spreading themselves, Dozu charges toward Lee while Zaku moves in from his left to go after the 2 sleeping boys and Kin moves in from his right to go after Sakura. Before any of them even gets close to their target, Lee uses his speed to move out of sight before appearing in front of Dozu again, and uses the technique he almost used on Sasuke before Guy stepped in to stop him. Omote wrench. Lee releases Dozu just before they both slam to the ground. He manages to jump away safely, but Dozu slams into the ground with half his body buried. However, instead of being knocked out like Lee thought he would be, Dozu slowly climbs out of the ground and dusts himself off. Turning sharply, Dozu charges toward Lee again and tries to punch him, but Lee manages to back away just in time. However, Lee still collapses to the ground, throwing up and holding his left ear. Rushing over, Sakura checks on the fallen ninja. What did you do to him? Sound. Even if you dodge away from my punch, the sound will still strike you. Heck, consider yourself honored. It's not often that someone for both Dozu and I to use our technique. I can control sound wave and thus air pressure. I can use the sonic wave to shatter a boulder as well as use it to turn solid ground as soft as a sponge. Old-style ninja techniques don't stand a chance against us, Zaku says. Charging chakra into his arm again, Dozu runs towards Sakura trying to get past her and get to Sasuke. Before he comes close to Sakura, Lee moves in again and tries to use his Konoha Senpu to block him. Still suffering from the disorientation caused by Dozu's last attack, the kick barely touches Dozu. Before he can land the finishing blow, Sakura distracts him by throwing 3 kunais in his direction, all of which are easily blocked by the metal sound wave generator on Dozu's right arm. When she tries again by firing 3 shurikens, Zaku moves in front of Dozu and uses his technique to send the shurikens flying back towards Sakura. Before Sakura can move again, Kin moves in behind her and holds her down by the hair. Look at this. Your hair is so soft and shiny, Kin says tauntingly. If you have the spare time to take care of your hair, maybe you should have put the effort into training. Maybe then you might actually stand a chance with this idiot helping you. Zaku kills Sasuke in front of this girl. Digging through her weapons pouch, Sakura takes out a kunai and reaches backward. This little gadget won't work on me. Who says I'm using it on you? Instead of striking her with it like Kin had imagined, Sakura reaches back and frees herself by cutting her hair. Running up towards Zaku, Sakura quickly goes through a series of hand seals. Why, you little Kin, kill her now! Zaku screams. I'm going to. Reaching into her weapons pouch, Kin pulls out several senbons. Rushing up, Kin slams into Sakura's back, stabbing the senbons into her back in the process. Instead of falling to the ground, Sakura explodes into a billow of smoke and the body turns into a wooden log. Kawarimi no Jutsu? Kin, get out of the way! Zankuha! The airwaves slam into Sakura again, but she used the Kawarimi no Jutsu again and tries to attack Zaku from above. Instead of using his Zankuha again, Zaku reaches for several kunais and throws it towards Sakura. As soon as the kunais make contact, Zaku begins to look around again, trying to find where Sakura has moved to. Instead of disappearing like Zaku had expected her to, Sakura crashes onto Zaku, stabbing one arm with a kunai and biting the other. Frustrated, Zaku keeps slamming Sakura's head with his injured arm, trying to free himself. Finally getting her off of him, Zaku charges his Zankuho again, trying to finish Sakura off. No, it seems that I'm not strong enough to protect Sasuke-kun and Naruto by myself after all. I need to wake Naruto up. He can take these 3 down and protect Sasuke. He just has to. Before Sakura can move out of the way and wake Naruto, 3 people move in front of Sakura, shielding her from Zaku's attack. Surprised by the sudden intrusion, Zaku lowers his arm instead of using his technique to blast all 4 of them away. Looks like there's another bunch of weirdos. Dozu-kin. I told you, Sakura, I won't lose to you. That means that I'm the only one who can beat you. So don't you dare lose before then. Ino, what are you doing here? You think I'm going to let you be a hero in front of Sasuke-kun? No chance. Leave this to us. You go and take care of Naruto and Sasuke-kun. Ino, what did you drag me out here for? Shikamaru, let go of my scarf right now. They're going to kill us. Sorry, Chuji. But what kind of men would we be if we leave Ino by herself in this fight? Sorry for getting you 2 involved. Don't worry about it, Ino. We'll figure something out somehow, Shikamaru says. If you 3 insects don't want to die, get out of the way. Especially you, the fat pig with the scarf. What did you call me? Chuji screams, fire burning in his eyes. What are you, deaf to? I said if you don't want to die, get out of the way, you fat pig. I'm not fat. I'm just big-boned. Hooray to the big-boned people. Good. Chuji's angry. Let's go. Let's show them what Ino Shikacho can do. Chuji, you're up first. Okay, Shikamaru. Baika no Jutsu. Then Nikuden Sensha. With the giant ball of flesh charging toward him, Zaku tries to blast it away with his Zankuha, only to have it bounce up and crash down on him. Dozu tries to help, but he's stopped in his track by Shikamaru's technique. Kage main no Jutsu success. Ino, take care of the girl, okay? Watch my body for me, Shikamaru. Shintenshin no Jutsu. While Ino's team is fighting off the sound ninjas, Sakura finally manages to get Naruto to wake up from his deep sleep. As they make their way out of the tree and into the clearing, they are just in time to see consent to the tree by Zaku's Zankuho. Darn it, I can't hold on to the jutsu. Ino! Get back to your body! Hearing Shikamaru's scream, Naruto can tell that Ino used the same technique she used on him during the first phase of the exam. Before he can rush out to stop Zaku, he sends Kin into the tree once again with his Zankuho. What none of them see is that Ino has just left Kin's body right before the attack hits. As Dozu charges in for the kill, Naruto sends him flying with a flying dropkick. Picking Kin's body up, Naruto begins to shake her violently. Ino-chan. Are you alright? Speak to me, Naruto. Ino's fine. She escaped right before the second attack hit. Really? Are you sure, Shikamaru? Naruto asks. While Naruto is distracted by Shikamaru, Kin is starting to stir in Naruto's arms. Who are you? Let go of me, you pervert. Kin screams. What? Now's my chance. While Naruto drops Kin to the ground like a hot potato, Dozu takes advantage of his lapse in concentration and charges in. Just as Dozu is within range to attack, a large barrage of weapons comes crashing down from above. Looking up, they see Niji and Tenten up in the trees, apparently trying to track down their teammate. That weird boy there is my teammate. How dare you beat him up? That is unforgivable. The group is frozen in place as Niji activates his Kekkei Genkai, the Byakugan. Just as he is about to jump down, Niji's scowl turns into a smirk as he leans back against the trunk of the tree and deactivates his technique. Lowering his arm, Dozu stares tauntingly back at Niji. Well, I thought you said you're going to get us. That is no longer necessary. Sasuke-kun, you're up. Sasuke-kun? Sakura, Who was it that hurt you? That guy, he's covered by the curse seal, Doza thinks to himself while studying the revitalized Sasuke. That would be me. So what are you going to do about it, Sleeping Beauty? Zaku, don't be stupid. This fight has gotten out of hand. We need to retreat right now. We have a job to do, and if I have to do it alone, I will. Just make sure you aren't there to claim the credit when we report to Orochimaru-sama. Zaku. Don't. Charging his chakra into his arms, Zaku unleashes a much stronger version of his Zankuho. Just as he's about to relax, seeing the trail of destruction his technique has caused, Sasuke moves next to him and sends him flying to the side with just a punch. Before Zaku even knows what is happening, Sasuke is behind him again, with his foot planted on Zaku's back and his arms holding Zaku's. With a simple kick and a pull, two loud snapping sound echoes through the forest, indicating that both Zaku's arms are broken. Now there's only the two of you. I hope that you will at least provide me with some entertainment. Sasuke-kun, stop! I'm begging you, please stop. Wrapping her arms around Sasuke, Sakura finally manages to get Sasuke to calm down, and the curse marks on his body starts to recede back to the seal near the back of his neck. Seeing that they are finally saved, Doza uses his scroll as a bargaining chip and flees with Kin and Zaku in tow. With everything starting to settle down, the three teams decide to tend to the injured before going their separate ways again. So who's going to take care of Lee? Don't worry, I got him. Picking Lee up from Chuji's shoulder, Tenten begins to shake Lee violently, much like what Naruto did to the unconscious Kin a few moments ago. Ino's sweat drops looking at Lee's neck snapping back and forth. I think you are doing more harm than good, Tenten-san, Ino says hesitantly. Oh Tenten, what are you doing here? Lee says, slowing coming to. We are here to help you. What are you thinking, going off by yourself? Not to mention getting beat up so badly. I saw that Sakura-san was in trouble, so I decided to help her. You are an idiot, Lee. I guess I can't deny that. Oh Lee, what are you doing here? Shinaro. How can you be so disrespectful to Lee-san? Naruto? The rest of the people in the clearing stares wide-eyed at how Sakura sends Naruto flying with one solid punch. Some are even wondering where that strength was when she was fighting against the Otonins. I guess Naruto really brings out the best in you, doesn't he, forehead girl? What did you call me, Ino pig? Alright, just settle down. I'll fix your hair for you. Oh, okay. After making sure that everything is alright, the teams decide to go back to searching for the scrolls again. While Sasuke, Shikamaru and Neji all want to take the scroll from one of the teams in the clearing, Ino, Tenten and Naruto promptly put a stop to it before any of them can make a move. Grumbling about their teammates' stupidity, the three teams say goodbye to each other and head in different directions searching for new targets. It's almost 4 days into the exam and Naruto's team still only has the scroll Doza left behind. They manages to find their way to the river running through the middle of the forest in hopes of catching some team gathering food and water unexpected. As they moves up the river getting closer and closer to the tower, they still haven't encountered any teams. As they settle down for lunch, Sakura keeps shifting her gaze toward the Earth Scroll. Hey guys, do you think that maybe there are no more Heaven Scrolls left? What do you mean, Sakura? There were 26 teams entering this phase of the exam, so there are only 13 pairs of scrolls. Orochimaru burned the Heaven Scroll that we had, which means that there is one less Heaven Scroll. We still haven't encountered any teams yet. Do you think that maybe the other teams have already went to the tower with the 12 pairs that are left? Well, there's only one way to find out. What crazy ideas do you have now, Naruto? Well, if there are still any teams left in the forest with both scrolls, they are sure to be heading for the towers, right? That's why we are moving toward the tower in the first place, dope. Well, why don't we just go to the tower and the first team that shows up will hit them and take their scrolls? That's actually not a bad idea. Good job, Naruto. I never knew that you can actually think. That's mean, Sakura-chan. Sorry, Naruto. Let's go then. Gathering enough water to last them for the day, the team speeds toward the tower hoping to catch another team before they can go inside the tower. Through the way, they fought through several different types of wild beasts and giant insects that Enko warned the teams about at the beginning. Just as they are about to stop for a quick break, Naruto fires off a kunai and kills a giant centipede by nailing its head to the tree it's climbing on. Wow, that's one large bug. It's almost as big as a tree. Naruto says. Maybe we should find another clearing, this bug really creeps me out, Sakura says. We should keep going, we don't have any time to waste. Sasuke-kun, I really can't move anymore. Don't even start, Sasuke team. Naruto screams before checking on Sakura. Sakura-chan, can you still walk? At a slow pace, I think I can still manage. Let's travel on foot for now. We still need to conserve our chakra if we run into any teams. Fine. As long as we keep moving. After moving around for a while longer, Naruto suddenly notices something to his left. Stopping to take a look, he calls his teammates back with a loud scream and points to the tree with a trembling finger. That's the same tree we stopped at before. We've been walking in a circle this whole time? Genjutsu. Our enemy is trying to exhaust us before moving in for the kill. I think it's about time now. As soon as the words leave Sasuke's mouth, a large number of Aimnin show up and surrounds the group. Upon closer inspection, Sakura notices that all of them look the same and concludes that their enemy is using a clone technique and alerts her teammates. Rushing in, Naruto punches one of the clones in the stomach only to go clean through, and the clone, instead of disappearing, turns into water and reforms itself. Darn it! I don't care how many of you there are, I'm going to destroy you. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Naruto spends the rest of the night fighting off the clones with Sakura and Sasuke backing him up. When the sun rises again, they are all at the point of complete exhaustion. Seeing their opportunity, the three Amnins finally reveal themselves and move in for the kill. Instead of trapping their opponent like they intend to, the three ninjas find themselves surrounded by the three Konohanins as soon as they reveal themselves. Looking around, they see the two Konohanins behind Naruto turn into Kage Bunshins and disappear. You idiots, I was only trying to lure you out by having my clones transform into my teammates, Naruto says with a grin. While the three of you are watching Naruto fight in the trees, we are waiting and resting in the bushes, Sakura says. It would be nice if you would hand over your scrolls now, before I knock all three of you out. Team, I started this, I'm going to finish it. Don't you dare take all the credit and glory. Scrambling back to his feet, Naruto charges in and punches one of the Amnins, sending him flying into his two teammates, knocking all three of them out cold. Searching through their clothes, Naruto finally manages to pull a scroll out. Hooray! It's a heaven scroll, now we can pass the exam. Sasuke-kun, we should get to the tower, there isn't much time left. Yeah. Just make sure you're not too tired to catch up to us, dope. Don't you worry, Sasuke team. I still have plenty of energy left. When they finally get to the tower, they find themselves inside a small room with an instruction telling them to open the scrolls. When they do, Sasuke swats the two scrolls away from Naruto and Sakura as soon as smoke starts billowing up. When the smoke finally clears, Iruka is standing on top of the two scrolls on the ground. Looks like the three of you made it just in time. Team 7, you passed. Yeah. Thanks, Iruka-sensei. Hey sensei, what is it, Sakura? What does that plaque over there mean? Oh, that's instructions left by Sandaime-sama regarding requirements of being a chunin. Instructions? If you lack heaven, seek knowledge and be prepared. In other words, if smarts isn't your best attribute, you should study and learn strategies and tactics. If you lack earth, run in the fields and seek advantages. So if strength and stamina aren't your strong suits, you should train your endurance so you can perform better in missions. When heaven and earth are opened, the dangerous path will become righteous. What about that blank there in the next line? Good question, Sakura. Do you still remember what was on the scrolls when you opened them? Man? That's right. That is the meaning of man, and can be chosen as the leader of others. Meaning if you have both the qualities, then you are fit to be a chunin candidate. Alright you three, get inside, the third phase should be starting soon. You don't want to miss the opening, right? Don't worry, Iruka-sensei. We'll make you proud. Team 7 enters the interior chamber of the tower just as time expires. Looking around, they see Asuma's team, Kurenai's team, Guy's team, Kabuto's team, the Odo team and the Suna team they ran into a couple of days ago. After they have moved in line with the others, the Hokage starts giving a speech about the purpose of the exam, which almost none of the participants are listening to. They only turn their attention to the front when another ninja, the proctor of the preliminary leading to the third exam, shows up in front of them. Hokage-sama, please allow me to explain this phase of the exam. Very well, go ahead, Hate. Since there are so many candidates this year, there is going to be a preliminary tournament to determine the candidates for the third phase of the exam, Hate says in between fits of cough. What? Preliminaries? But we just finished the second test. What, Naruto, you scared? Shut up, Kiba. Just worry about yourself. Ahem, if you cough, feel that you cough are not feeling well, cough, you may cough, withdraw from this test. It is you who seems to be unwell, Proctor-san, Hinata says to herself. I'm going to drop out of this exam. The entire room's focus turns to the silver blue-haired ninja. The Konohanins recognizes him as Kabuto, the man that approached them before the first phase of the exam. Looking around, Hate sees the determination in everyone's eyes, a clear sign that no one else is withdrawing. Very well, if no one else is withdrawing, we will proceed with the preliminaries. In a moment, a pair will be selected at random, and their names will be displayed on that panel. The rules of this preliminary will be simple. There are no rules. The fight will continue until one side forfeits, or is unable to continue. Killing your opponent is allowed, but if a clear victor has emerged, I will not hesitate to step in and prevent death blows. If there are no more questions, we will begin. Looking around, Hate sees no sign of any questions coming, only looks of distrust at his ability to intervene due to his health. Nodding his head, names begin flashing on the screen until it stops at two names in particular, Akita Yoroi and Uchiha Sasuke. Would everyone beside the two participants please move to the balcony above so the match can begin? Sakura remains glued to her spot as she focuses all her attention on the mark on Sasuke's neck. It's not until Naruto puts his hand on Sakura's shoulder that she shakes out of her stupor. When those two finally decide to move, they notice Kakashi and Sasuke talking for a brief moment before their sensei joins them on the balcony. Once everyone beside the two fighters and the proctor has cleared the ground level, Hate decides to begin the match. Knowing he can't use his chakra from what Kakashi told him, Sasuke decides to keep his distance until he can figure out what technique his opponents specialize in. Sasuke knows that his only chance of winning is his taijutsu, which proves to be a problem, since his specialty is ninjutsu. But given his situation, he'll have to make do with what he has. Charging chakra into his hands, Yoroi launches himself at Sasuke, who was too preoccupied with the pain in his neck to dodge away properly and barely moves out of the way with Yoroi's hand only gracing his hair. Even that was enough to cause Sasuke to stumble a few steps, and he feels a sudden bout of weakness as soon as Yoroi's hand went past him, leaving him open for Yoroi to slam his head to the ground and keep his hand on the back of his head. Only then did Sasuke realize his chakra is being drained away by Yoroi's technique. Struggling with all the energy he has left, Sasuke manages to kick Yoroi off him before scrambling away and try to recover as quickly as he can. Come on, Sasuke team. Get him. And you call yourself an Uchiha? Show that guy what you got. Che, that dope doesn't know what I'm up against, Sasuke mutters to himself. So, his specialty is hand-to-hand combat. I have to figure a way out of this mess. Wait a minute, that's it. You don't have time to look away. Ducking under Yoroi's strike, Sasuke sends Yoroi flying up in the air with a kick to the chin. To the ones who have seen it before, they immediately recognize what techniques Sasuke used. Kagebuyo? Yoroi mutters. So I admit I copied that part, but from here on out, it's all original. Just as Sasuke is about to go on the offense, his curse seal starts acting up and curse marks start covering his body. Enko wants to move in to stop the match, but Kakashi stops her before she can even make a move. Just as Kakashi decides that he has waited long enough, the marks start to recede back toward the curse seal, giving him the time to execute his technique. Spinning around to his left, Sasuke launches a kick, which Yoroi blocks easily. Before Yoroi even realizes what's happening, Sasuke spins around again and drives Yoroi toward the ground with a backhand. Sasuke follows the strike with a punch to the guts and finishes off the technique by driving Yoroi's head to the ground with a kick. Sure, Rindan. There is no question about this one, Hate thinks to himself. The winner of this match, Uchiha Sasuke. While his team celebrates, Kakashi teleports to the arena floor and takes Sasuke away to deal with the curse seal while the medics rush in and move Yoroi to the infirmary, clearing the grounds for the next match. Sakura and Ino look on with concern as Sasuke gingerly follows Kakashi out of the arena. When the next pair of names appears on the screen, Naruto crosses his arms and mutters about wanting that guy for himself. Looking across the arena, he glares at Kankuro as he casually walks down to the arena floor. After getting some last-minute instructions from Kurenai and Shino, Kiba and Akamaru descend the staircase and join Kankuro. At least I'm not fighting against his brother. So, this is one of the punks who almost got themselves killed. Second match, Sabaka Kankuro, Inuzuka Kiba, begin. Akamaru, you stay on the side and keep an eye on that package on his back. I'll take him on. Arf. Akamaru jumps out of Kiba's shirt and start pacing around him as it stares at the bandage-wrapped tool on Kankuru's back. As soon as the match starts, Kiba throws several smoke bombs at Kankuro, creating a smoke screen. Taking advantage of the sudden distraction, Kiba uses his Shikyaku no Jutsu to boost his abilities. Using his enhanced sense of smell, Kiba easily picks out his target within the cloud of smoke and charges in. On the outside, all the other contestants can see is a large plum of smoke with no signs of either Kiba or Kankuro, and all they can hear is a stream of curses from Kiba. When the smoke finally clears, they find Kiba caught by what appears to be a puppet dressed in Kankuru's clothing. When Akamaru tries to move in and save Kiba, the bandages wrapped around the package carried by the fake Kankuro loosen, revealing the real Kankuro. Make a move and your master is history. Hearing Kankuru's words, Akamaru can only circle its target, whimpering. Eventually, Kiba is knocked out by the lack of air with the puppet's arms wrapped around his neck. Hate quickly ends the match before Kiba suffocates to death. As soon as the names for the third match appears on the screen, both contestants start scanning the arena for their opponent. When their eyes meet, they both slump to the ground. Gah! Why am I fighting the pervert? Why do I have to fight a girl? Naruto! Don't you dare lose to her! Get her back for what she did to Forehead Girl and I. Ino screams. Kin, he's still an unknown to us, be careful in the fight. Don't worry, Dozu. I'm going to kill him. Begrudgingly, both of them approach the arena floor after talking to their teammates. With the two girls cheering for him, Naruto eyes his opponent wearily. As soon as Hate begins the match, Naruto jumps back and Kin reaches into her pocket. Getting into a defensive stance, Naruto does not even try to mount a counterattack as he continues to dodge away from Kin's barrage of weapons. Come on, Naruto! Get her! Look at what she did to my hair. I understand your anger, Sakura-san, but Naruto is at a major disadvantage against a female. Why is that, Lee-san? Allow me to answer. You see, when I tested both Lee and Naruto in their taijutsu, I find that Lee, as you probably know by now, is good with punching and kicking techniques. Naruto, however, what about Naruto, Gai-sensei? Well, you see, Sakura, Naruto is best fit for palm and claw strikes. And when he is standing face to face against a female opponent, there are certain limitations. So what you are trying to say is he's trying to avoid touching her inappropriately. Exactly. Excuse me, but Sakura starts, looking down at the floor of the balcony. Why in the world would you teach Naruto only palm strikes and claw strikes? Well, like I said, Naruto has a strong affinity to that particular style. Also, I thought that the fact that he can use techniques other than taijutsu would be a means around the problem. However, his opponent doesn't seem willing to give him time to perform other techniques. Boy, that's quite a mess Naruto is in then, isn't it? Kakashi-sensei. When did you get back? About the time you went berserk on Guy, Sakura. Anyway, I hope I didn't miss anything. No. Just that one of the Sunanines beat Kiba. How is Sasuke-kun? Sakura asks. Oh, he'll be fine. Something that I can't say for sure for Naruto. When they turn their attention back toward the fight again, they find Naruto stumbling around as though he is intoxicated. They can see Kin manipulating several bells nailed to the wall by senbons behind Naruto, which is probably what is causing the condition. Doing what they can, the girls start cheering for Naruto again. Closing his eyes, Naruto tries to concentrate and remember what happened the first time Tenten and Haku started their little competitions, when Tenten unexpectedly nailed him in the head with the butt of a kunai, making him feel a similar effect to what he's suffering from right now. Trying his best to focus, Naruto grabs the lines controlling the bells and pulls the senbons out of the wall, and fires them back at Kin. Taking advantage of the small period of time that Kin is distracted avoiding the senbon, Naruto shakes his head to clear his mind before using his favorite technique to surround Kin. Realizing that he still can't mold chakra properly in his condition by the number of Kage Bunshin he formed, Naruto sneaks behind Kin, determined to use his taijutsu to end the match. Dozu, watching from above, notices what is happening and yells out to Kin from above. Kin, watch out. The real one's behind you. What? Naruto aims at her back, a few centimeters away from the heart, but he didn't think that Kin would be turning around. By the time he sees it, it's already too late to pull back, and instead of striking the heart, Naruto ends up groping Kin's chest. You pervert! Die! Kin screams as she jumps back and fires off every weapon she has in her craze. Naruto! What the heck are you doing? You better hope that you have to go to the infirmary after this match, cause if you come up here, I'll kill you. I don't care what you did to me and Ino Pig, this is unacceptable. That's right. What forehead girl said? You are dead when you come back up here, Naruto, but I didn't mean to. Naruto screams while putting his previous practices with Tenten and Haku in good use, his clones long since destroyed by the barrage of weapons. While the girls are fuming, the guys are looking on as Naruto barely avoids the senbons, shurikens, and kunais, not knowing whether to congratulate Naruto or feel pity for him. Eventually, Kin finally runs out of weapon and Naruto moves in again, determined to end the match before Kin catches a second wind, but controlled enough to try and avoid what happened last time. Instinctively, Kin's arms go around her chest instead of up in front of her to defend herself. Using his now recovered speed, Naruto gets around Kin and knocks her out with a blow to the back of the neck. Even after Hate declares Naruto the winner, he stays on the arena floor, too scared to go back up and face the wrath of Ino and Sakura. That is, until the next set of names appears on the screen. Eyeing the two girls wearily, Naruto moves toward the staircase opposite to the one Ino and Sakura are descending from. Naruto slumps to the ground when he finally makes it to the safety of his sensei. So how was she, Naruto? Not now, Kakashi-sensei. Fine. Oh, and don't worry about Ino and Sakura, they'll take their anger out on each other. After finally tearing their glares away from Naruto and onto each other, Ino and Sakura gets into their battle stance as Hate begins the match. I never thought that I would be fighting you, Sakura. Ino stares wide-eyed as Sakura takes off her hatayat and ties it around her forehead. Smirking, Ino follows suit before glaring at Sakura again. Charging at Ino, Sakura forms two bunshin and in response, Ino leans back and tries to find the real Sakura from the movements. Smiling, Sakura concentrates chakra to her feet, giving her a boost in speed, and punches Ino in the cheek. Excellent punch, Sakura-san. Naruto-kun, aren't you going to root for your teammate? I don't even know who I should root for. If I root for Sakura-chan, Ino-chan will kill me, and if I root for Ino-chan, Sakura-chan won't forgive me. Well, you can try rooting for both. Yeah, Kakashi-sensei, you're right. Go Sakura-chan. Go Ino-chan. Don't think we've forgiven you yet, Naruto. And pick one side and stick with it. The two girls screamed simultaneously. Okay, so that didn't work out as well as we had hoped. That's all you can say, Kakashi-sensei. Now they're both even angrier at me. Don't worry, Naruto. I already told you that they will take out their anger on each other. Turning their attention back to the fight, everyone watches as the two girls continue to exchange punches with each other. Their attention starts waning as the fight goes on. About 10 minutes later, everyone beside Naruto is talking with each other about everything but the fight, which is still taking place on the arena floor. How the heck can you last this long? I thought you would have noticed by now, Ino Pig. I intend to win against you, especially since you care more about your hair than your ninja skills. But Sakura-chan is the same, Naruto mutters upstairs. Don't let her hear that, Naruto, or else even I can't save you, Kakashi says. Don't underestimate me. Reaching for a kunai, Ino cuts her ponytail and throws the hair in Sakura's face. Forming a hand seal, Ino stretches her arms out into her family's hand sign. Ino's team and Sakura's team all move toward the fence, trying to talk Ino out of using her technique. Unleashing her technique, Ino's body slumps to the ground. Such a shame, Ino. This match is over, Sakura says. Oh really? Ino says, looking up toward her opponent. What? I can't move. Looking down, Sakura is shocked to see the hair all over the floor turning into a rope and holding her leg down. Now it's really over. Nippo, Shintenshin no Jutsu, using her technique for real this time, Ino's body slumps to the ground while she makes Sakura's body turn toward Hate. Raising her hand, she declares that she will surrender in Sakura's body. No! Sakura-chan. You can't lose. Not like this. It's no use, Naruto. I'm in control here. Naruto is so loud. But he's right. I won't lose here. What? Sakura? But I'm in control. Get out of my body, Ino. Or else there's going to be hell to pay. Ahem, are you sure you want to give up? Stop kidding around. Why would I want to give up? After struggling in Sakura's body for a while longer, Ino finally gives up and returns to her body. By this point, everyone can see the two of them breathing heavily, completely exhausted from all the fighting. Charging at each other for the last strike, both their punches landed, knocking each other out cold. Neither fighter can continue, therefore, this match is a draw. And according to the rules, neither competitor qualifies for the next round. These two are impossible, Kakashi and Asuma says as they carry the two girls back up to the balcony. How are they? Naruto asks. Don't worry, they just need some rest, they'll be fine in a little while. Phew, that's good. After making sure that the girls are alright, they turn their attention back toward the screen. As soon as the two names appears on the screen, a blonde girl with her hair tied up into 4 ponytails picks up her battle fan and walks onto the arena floor. On the other end, a girl with her hair tied up into 2 buns is receiving last-minute instructions from her sensei and friends. Tenten, be careful about the fan. It looks like it has something to do with her techniques. Hi, Guy-sensei. Go get her, Tenten-chan. Naruto, make sure you root for your friend unlike the last match, okay? Don't worry, Tenten-chan. I will. As soon as both girls enter the arena floor, Hate brings them together and starts the match. Leaping backward, Tenten eyes her opponent as Temari slams the butt of her battle fan onto the floor and leans against it smirking. Measuring out her distance, Tenten reaches for a few kunais and fires them at Temari. To the surprise of everyone who knows Tenten, the weapons clank harmlessly to the ground without any attempt from Temari trying to dodge them. Tenten missed? But that's simply impossible, he says. What's going on? Tenten-chan never misses without her target moving out of the way. So, the fan is the source of her techniques after all. Hearing Kakashi's words, they all turn their attention back toward the fight, including Ino and Sakura, who have awakened soon after the match has started. Holding her slightly open fan behind her back, Temari stares at Tenten's shocked face smirking again. This is just the first moon. When the third moon appears, this match will be over. Grabbing more weapons, Tenten starts running around Temari, trying to find an opening to strike. Finally finding one, she fires the weapons again only to have it parried away by the wind again. Jumping back, Tenten reaches for 2 scrolls and puts them on the floor. She's going to use that technique now? Lee says. I was planning on saving this for the finals, but I guess I don't have much of a choice. Sashuriya, jumping up in the air, the 2 scrolls spin around Tenten like a pair of ribbons. Up on the balcony, Lee and Ino are looking at Naruto pressing his back against the wall in confusion, until Sakura explains that Tenten had gotten too excited in one of the practices against Haku, and used that technique. What she didn't tell them is that Haku used her Sensatsu Suisho to counter it with Naruto trapped in the middle. Even without that information, Lee can completely understand Naruto's fear, having been on the receiving end of the Sushuri once when he was training with Tenten. To their surprise, none of the rain of weapons even came close to Temari, with her sending them away with her fan again, this time open to the second moon. However, all of Tenten's weapons are tied to her hand with small strings. Pulling the weapons back up, Tenten fires them again, but Temari counters with a fully open fan, using her attack to catch Tenten in a cyclone and ending the match. Kamaitachi no Jutsu, Tenten-chan. Naruto screams. This match is over. Niji, how can you say that? You know that our teammate would never give up, Lee says. It's not a matter of giving up. The wind is imbued with chakra. There is no way for her to escape unless the other fighter allows her to. By then, Tenten won't be able to fight back. Folding her fan up to end the technique, Temari holds it out so that the falling Tenten would slam her back against the fan. Lee and Naruto both tighten their grip around the railing as they watch Tenten cough up more blood from the blow. Leaning her fan backward, Temari throws Tenten's unconscious body toward the ground, where all the weapons from Tenten's Sushuryu is still lying around. Before she is impaled by her own weapons, Naruto moves in and catches her. How dare you do this to her? I'm going to get you for this. Giving him a weird look that Naruto can't quite understand, Temari smirks before turning around and heading back upstairs to her team. Gently placing Tenten to the floor, Naruto picks up a weapon from the floor. But before he can throw it at Temari, Kakashi and Guy teleport down and stop Naruto. After finally clearing the floor, Hate decides to start the next match. When the 2 names appear on the screen, the 2 contestants smirks before casting a glare at each other and descend to the arena floor. So, I guess I do have a chance to deal with you after all. Even though you have a handicap, I don't intend on taking it easy on you. I'll make sure I thoroughly destroy you. 6th match, Hyuga Niji, Abumizaku, begin. As soon as Hayate's hand comes down to start the match, Niji activates his Bikugan. Slightly disturbed by the sight now that he can see it from a short distance away, Zaku subconsciously takes a small step back. Not giving his opponent a chance to recover, Niji charges in, hoping to land enough blows to knock him out before Zaku can put up an offense. To Niji's surprise, Zaku pulls his right arm out of the sling and points it toward Niji. Zankyuha. Having heard of this attack from Lee before when he starts retelling his heroic tale over and over again, much to the chagrin of Niji and Tenten at the time, Niji easily dodges away from the air wave. Before Zaku can try to charge for another attack, Niji is already on him and lands several Juken strikes. Not knowing the effect of the Juken, Zaku pulls his left arm off the sling as well and tries to fire off another Zankyoha only to have Niji easily push away his arms when nothing came from the attack and land a Juken blow close to his heart. Finally feeling the power of the Juken, Zaku slumps to his knee and soon slams face first into the ground, a small trail of blood flowing out of his mouth. While the medic team rushes Zaku to the hospital, Niji casually walks back to his team upstairs. When the next pair of names shows up on the screen, Asuma sighs knowing that most likely not a single member of his team would make it to the third phase. From what he heard from Kurenai, Shino is probably the best overall fighter on her team, and while Chuji is a powerhouse in his own right, he doesn't really have Ino's drive or Shikamaru's smarts to utilize the power properly by himself. At first, Chuji wants to back out of the fight, only to have Asuma convince him otherwise with the promise of a trip to the barbecue if he wins. Even though he knows that the chance is slim at best that Chuji would win, Asuma is hoping that the promise of food would make Chuji put up a respectable fight in the minimum. Walking down from the balcony, Chuji glares at the emotionless Shino while repeating the phrase all-you-can-eat barbecue in his head. 7th fight, Aburame Shino, Akimichi Chuji, begin, Baika no Jutsu. Nikuden Sensha. As soon as the match starts, Chuji charges his chakra and uses his family's signature techniques, hoping to end the match quickly and claim his prize. Out of everyone in the 4 teams, Shino is the only unknown to him, only because Shikamaru backed out of the practice fight the day before the Chunin exam started. Normally, Chuji has learned enough from Shikamaru to not go rushing into battle before seeing what his opponent can do, but the mere thought of free food has long since clouded Chuji's mind. Instead of dodging the oncoming ball of human flesh, Shino simply spreads his arm and a black cloud emits out, forming a wall in front of Shino. Upon a closer look, the people around the balcony see that the black cloud is an entire hive of bugs. The moment that Chuji slams into the wall, Shino jumps back as the bugs collapse onto Chuji. The only thing that rolls out of the mass of bugs is a normal-sized and unconscious Chuji. After making sure that Chuji can no longer fight in the match, Hate declares Shino the winner.